Really? That's like
There we go.
that's
Bum, bum,
some
bum,
mad rain.
bum. What?
That's some mad rain. I can hear it.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Um, Welcome everybody. Week in Technology episode 44. This week's episode is going to be an E3 conference special or extravaganza recap, whatever you want to call it. We're going to be talking about the conferences that happened at E3. Going to go into a little more detail on certain games. Other games are just kind of be like, yeah, we're going to mention it and move on because there wasn't a lot. There was actually a lot of teaser trailers where it literally showed something for like 5 or 6, 7 seconds, and then they never even fucking. I don't even remember which one it was. It may have been EA or on Microsoft's one. They literally showed a video and never even said what the name of the game was.
Hmm. Yeah, I've seen a couple of those.
It's like it plays something and you're like, wow, what's that? And then it just never says the name, never says when it's coming out or when it's expected to come out. That was it. And everybody claps, and I'm like, maybe it's a game that is like a sequel to a game that I just don't know about because I don't have an Xbox. You know, maybe maybe it was like a teaser to some exclusive that people know about and I didn't know about it. So maybe that's what it was.
Wait. You said 11 pages of notes.
Yeah, it's only 10 now, I think. No, it's 11. I have 11. I'm looking at them all right
What's on
now.
that last page?
Well, yeah, there
That's because
was
I've added like 5 lines.
yeah. Maybe there was
Such a
only 10 then.
liar.
Well, I think it was 10, and then I think I was like just short of going to 11, so I just said 11.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know you added the one because it came up and said that there was changes that have been made, and I was like, and there's an actual option to say show changes. So I was like, what's the changes? And then you added the For Honor thing and Ubisoft because that's the one that I had to leave in the middle of.
Oh yeah, there was another game in there too, but that
Yeah,
didn't do anything.
because it was
The
like right at the end
VR
of my
evil
day.
game where you fly and then shooting weird things.
Oh, yeah. I
But I
looked
don't
down
know
at the
if you
clock and
watched
like
that.
everybody was leaving from the hallway, and we all usually leave together, and I was like, I'm not staying late to watch this shit, so I just packed everything up and left. So I missed like 30, 40 minutes of Ubisoft's
Yeah.
on my way home, and then came back and started it up, and I was like, holy crap, they're still going because they went like 30 minutes over their time or something like that.
Yeah. That's why they started early, I guess.
Jesus. All right. So anyway, welcome everybody. Let me get my pooped out chat here and everything. Let's see. I just do gaming official live, and then will it be in here?
Yeah. No. There it is. Easy peasy.
I mute it. Poop out chat. Poop that thing out, son.
Mhm.
Oops.
So I didn't even watch EA's conference, so I'm not sure anything about that.
Yeah, it was alright.
It's the one I forgot about.
It's no big deal. Alright.
Because I kind of rewatched Microsoft's a little bit today and then was looking at Ubisoft's.
No big deal. I
Titanfall 2, though, I'm
Yeah.
interested in.
We have loads of crap to go through, and I really don't want to take freaking forever, so I don't want this to be over 2 hours, plain and simple. So
It's going to be 4 hours.
yeah,
I have to do a two-day special.
seriously, dude, there's a lot of information. I was freaking just typing my ass off. I was just trying to take these notes, and then every single time something would pop up. Like for a while there, Kristen was helping me because I would be sitting there typing. I'm like, oh, okay, so you can do this, you can do that, and then she's like, and then right in the middle of me typing all that stuff, she's like, oh, it's October of 2016. I'm like, thanks, and I type that in there because half the time I couldn't even watch the trailers because I was just sitting there trying. I can't type without looking at the keyboard because I suck. But I'm gonna buy that. What is that?
Mario teaches typing.
I think it's Typing of the Dead. Where it's like the House of the Dead or whatever, where like they come at you and it has words above their heads and you have to type in the word and it shoots them in the head and you have to try to type them really fast before they come at you and kill you. I've been meaning to pick that up on Steam because I need to learn how to start typing better.
Yeah,
I do it every now and then.
Old school game that they had. I think it was like Mario teaches typing or something like that.
Oh,
It was like old school Mac. Let me see if I can find.
It wasn't Mario then, because Mario hasn't been on anything except for Nintendo. Guy's a noob.
Nope, I'm serious.
It isn't
Let's
Mario
see.
unless it was on Nintendo.
1992. For platforms: Microsoft Windows, MS DOS, Mac OS.
And it was Mario typing?
Let's see if this does it. Yeah,
What?
yeah, I'm sending you the link so you can show people that I'm not crazy. First game of our E3 conference, and we're not even talking about E3. We're talking about a game back in 1992.
Mario teaches typing. Okay, I see what you're saying now. I'm not going to show that shit on this stream.
Oh, man, it was so awesome. That's how I learned to type.
It's super dumb. But all right. So anyway, I'm surprised that it wasn't on Nintendo, that they did Mario on something other than Nintendo. Considering how they are now, you can't even like freaking talk about Mario without paying them money. It seems they're really bad about allowing streamers and stuff to play it, and they've blocked a lot of people from doing Let's Plays and showing footage of their games on YouTube and stuff. They went full blown Hitler there for a while. I don't understand why. It's like it's free advertising.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the first thing that came out or was discussed or whatever you want to call it,
announced,
yeah,
revealed.
It was EA's press conference went first, and the very first one was Titanfall 2. So Titanfall 2, I guess PS4 is now going to get it, so it's not just going to be an Xbox and PC exclusivity thing. It's going to be PS4 is getting it as well. Yeah, I don't know what the smiley face in between the L and the P is. It's really weird. But
that's where your cursor is, so you did it. It's your fault.
I didn't do that shit. Unless maybe it's because I hit Alt. It's probably because I hit Alt 2 to change the window.
Just hit Alt 2 and didn't do anything.
We just don't need to click inside there. All right.
Whatever.
Alt and number pad 2.
Oh, number pad 2.
Oh yeah, it's a smiley face. Yep.
Oh.
Alt number pad 2 is a smiley face. All right.
I guess I did a bunch of 2s.
So you can now.
It's for like S.
You can now grapple players in the air. They're really talking about 6 all new Titans with all new abilities, more customization to your character and your Titans. Titanfall.com for a tech test, which I'm on Titanfall.com now.
Beta?
I guess there's like a kind of like a beta. It's like a little tech test is what they called it, but. And a single player campaign is going to be in it, so everybody made a huge deal about that because everybody was like, I'm not buying it for a multiplayer game, it's freaking dumb. And so it died really, really fast. And so single player campaign is going to be a big deal, I guess, now.
Yeah. Wasn't it $60 or was it cheaper?
Yeah, no, it's $60.
$60 for just a multiplayer?
Dude,
it's for Call of Duty.
It's freaking Infinity Ward, dude. They're not going to sell anything for less than $60 on opening day.
Is it Infinity Ward?
No, not Infinity Ward. Who was it? Who was it?
That makes the game?
Yeah, it's the old guy that was with Infinity Ward. What's his name? Zampella or something, right?
I have no idea.
Isn't he the one that made this game? Where the hell's my cursor? Jesus, it's like way over on my other monitor.
Yeah.
What the hell? Who makes it? I don't even know who makes this game because that's how much I don't care about it. Respawn Entertainment.
Respawn.
Yes, and I believe that it's Zampella, which Zampella was the one that was behind Modern Warfare 2.
Mm-hmm.
Or Modern Warfare. I mean,
I like the concept of it. The gameplay was kind of fun, but...
The gameplay was super freaking awesome. I had a blast playing it.
Yeah.
The beta.
The content available on launch was very, very, very small, especially for a $60 title.
There was like, what, 3 or 4 maps and like only like 4 game modes on launch or 2 game modes or something?
It was just... Yeah, it was
very, very weak.
I mean, that would have been like a $20 game.
Yeah. But it's going to be October 28th of 2016 on Xbox One, PC, and PS4. And maybe not.
Single player, I'm definitely interested. The little bit that I saw, I think I saw a little bit of the trailer or something. Or maybe I watched a little bit of the press conference. I can't remember. But they in a single player campaign, you have like a little bit of the Titans, I guess, are kind of
Yeah.
they have like a little bit of personas. So I
Yeah.
don't know if that'll go into single player. I mean, multiplayer or not, or if it's just part of the single player. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it definitely looks good though. Like watching the gameplay, like I mean, obviously a lot of it is freaking, set up and everything that way they could show off like really cool things, like him running along the wall and then killed a Titan, and then he like kind of jumped right off of a Titan after he blew it up and like ran down a hallway, and like as soon as he was running down the hallway, some guy came out of another hallway like at a T intersection. He came around the corner and he slides and kicks him, and the guy's body flies out the window. I'm like, yeah, how many times did it take you to get that freaking shot? And then the one thing that was really cool was...
Do they have the guys standing on stage? I swear they're just standing there. They're not actually playing. Like,
no, this one wasn't. This was all gameplay, just playing. No, that was only during like the Microsoft and Sony one, I think, when they were doing the actual game or the console creator.
So no, I was watching the Ubisoft one, and they had that Eagle VR game or whatever. It was kind of funny. These guys sitting on the couch just doing this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
That was fun.
But yeah, it was the one thing that I thought was really cool is the whole grappling players in the air or whatever, because the guys, like the one Titan blew up, and and it gives you that warning like you need to eject, and you got to hold the button or whatever to eject out. He ejects out of the Titan, and another guy's flying through the air or something like that, and then as he ejects out of the Titan, he like shoots the grappling hook, and it latches onto the other guy and pulls it over to him or whatever, and he like elbows the guy in the face and ends up killing him or whatever because he was low on health or whatever. So it was like really cool. Like they made it look really, really fun, which like we just said, the concept in the game was super awesome, but when it just had a horrible launch. I mean, it had like nothing to show for it when it came out for $60 freaking. Mm-hmm. I think if it would have launched as like a $20 or $30 game, I think it would have done way better at the start.
Player base would have been a lot larger and probably wouldn't have died off as drastic.
Yeah. So the next one that they talked about, announced, was Madden 17, which I don't really care about those. So I just wrote slightly better graphics, new roster. There is a new franchise mode, and a couple other things, and then they just like went into like straight from Madden 17 straight into like these tournament events. So they started talking about how these players like play for $50,000 on Madden. So
that's what they're talking about in like the Xbox thing.
Yeah.
So I think it's like, I don't know if it's integrated with PS3 or not, because they were talking about kind of FIFA and the Xbox thing. So I don't know if it's something like EA is doing or if it's something like Xbox is doing.
They're both doing their own separate ones.
So
EA has their own thing. Right. So Challenger, Premier, and EA Majors. So Challenger's obviously for smaller events, like if we wanted to throw some crazy event together.
Just a couple like friends, throw a couple people together and have like an online competition. That's kind of cool.
Online tournament.
I think that would be fun. Yeah.
And you could have like a prize pool or something. Maybe, I don't know how all that works, but. And then Premiere is more medium size, so it's like slightly bigger, like maybe Games or not GameSpot, but like maybe GameSpot, but like say like GameSpot or what the hell's the freaking game store that's local? What the hell's the name of that place? Is it GameSpot?
EA Games.
No,
that's long.
No, that was EB Games, not EA
Games.
What the hell is it? It's GameSpot, right? No, that's the website. What is it called? I haven't been to one in forever.
We trade in your games and stuff?
Yeah, what the hell is that place called? It's Game something. Google it really fast because it's gonna make me mad. But like, let's say like a local shop wants to do a big event for like maybe 100 people.
GameStop.
Oh my god, it's almost the same thing. So say like GameStop wants to get like I don't know, like a tournament of like 30 teams or something together. Then they would probably do like the medium Premier one. Whereas the EA Majors, they're putting it. They were like saying it's gonna be like the international or. DreamHack or something big like that, where like hundreds of thousands of people are tuning in to watch, and they're gonna have like 100 people competing. And okay, I guess
it'd be kind of cool.
But what are they? I mean,
especially
I couldn't sit there and watch. I couldn't sit there and watch one guy play against another guy like in Madden. Like a whole football game on Madden.
Just like you're watching a football game, man.
No, it's not really.
Yeah, no. I wouldn't watch it, but it'd just be kind of cool if they had like big tournaments like that. Or say, okay, you win $50,000 or something, but they open it up to like international level, so it's like you're actually playing in the tournament, and then go through the ladders and stuff. I think that'd be cool. Like, yeah, I don't know if it would bring like the watching experience that like some of the other games would, but to be able to participate in it, I think would be cool.
Yeah.
To be like having a CSGO tournament where you can play, like you're playing in the same tournament as like huge teams, but you go out in the like super group stages or something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But yeah, so they talked about the tournament and the event and everything. They had like all these people coming down. They were like interviewing some people that were playing Madden. People, what?
They're still on Titanfall, like the screen.
Yeah, no, because I don't have anything for Madden. I didn't do anything for Madden. The next one is Mass Effect Andromeda. I need to play through these because everybody says they're pretty good. And
yeah, well, I keep hearing like Mass Effect 1 and 2 are different than Mass Effect 3 as well. So,
well, yeah,
but they said like 1 and 2 are.
Everybody says they're all good. So,
yeah, when I have them, I think I got them for free. When they
I remember you having that. I think you got them during the live stream, didn't you? Like, because you were like, pick me, and they gave like somebody, or no, somebody was like giving out codes or something in the live stream. I think that's where you got those from.
No, I think it was like someone had a Humble Bundle deal.
Yeah,
and they gave out Uplay codes and Steam codes, so people would like redeem all the Steam Play codes and then give away the Uplay codes. So I got them that way.
Yeah, that's right. So Mass Effect Andromeda, I guess you're going to be leaving the Milky Way to find a new home, they mentioned. It's going to have a whole new cast and more freedom, I guess, to move around, and it's going to be on the Frostbite engine. So basically, EA is putting every goddamn thing on the Frostbite engine. I mean, it's a good engine, but it's like...
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Holy hell, like their whole freaking lineup is pretty much on the Frostbite engine.
It's like a good engine.
Yeah.
What's that space game...
Oh shit! I guess it's really no different than Source, huh?
Yeah, exactly. But no,
there's a shitload of games on Source.
What's the crowdfunded space game?
Eve?
No, crowdfunded.
Isn't that Eve?
No.
Oh, you're thinking of
yeah,
the one that everybody talks about with VR.
Star Citizen.
Is it Star
Citizen? Yeah, Star Citizen. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Okay, yeah.
Is that Frostbite? I know that's on like.
I have no freaking clue, man. I don't pay attention to games that I don't play.
I keep seeing like alphas and like free trials of that, and I want to do it, but never.
Yeah, the free trial is available, period, for good.
Oh.
So like
cool.
I think you can go do it like right now if you wanted to go do it right now.
I
thought about doing it, but.
Star Citizen.
I kind of don't want to get caught up in it.
Oh, it's CryEngine. Never mind.
Oh, yeah. So, Mass Effect Andromeda. I don't think they said when it was going to be released.
What's Frostbite, then? I'm trying to think. What major game was Frostbite?
Star Wars Battlefront. All DICE games are. Battlefield 4, Battlefield...
That's what it is. Battlefield Engine, then.
Yeah, I don't think they give a date for Mass Effect Andromeda. I'm guessing. I know for a fact that it's going to be 2017, but I just don't remember exactly when.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything, so
I didn't write down a date, and I tried to. That's like the main thing I focused on. I like skipped over some other notes just to make sure that I got the dates. So anyway, it looks like it'd be pretty cool. Like most of the other Mass Effect games. So then they talked about a vault of games available free to try.
You know what I just realized?
What? We're never going to get through this show if you keep cutting me off.
No. But it's for the whole show. But there's a ton of sequels.
Yeah,
it's hardly any IPs.
Oh, not true. Sony's were pretty much all IPs.
Really? All right. Well, when we get there, we'll see. Let's keep going.
New IPs.
Move on.
Technically, everything's an IP. But
that's what I meant.
Intellectual property, so...
Yeah, I know.
Even sequels are IPs.
I meant new IPs.
I know what you meant. I'm just giving you a hard time like you always do me. So apparently they announced that EA, I guess...
Oh, you know what?
A vault
I'm just
of
gonna enter
games
it.
will be available free to try all week long. So I don't know how that works. I don't know if you have to be a member of the EA Access thing.
Yeah, it's the EA
Oh, is
Access.
it? Okay, then whatever. But yeah, if
Yeah.
you're a member of EA Access, you
I
can
think
play
you
pretty
can
much.
try some for free though, and like now,
Yeah, that's what I'm
like
saying.
you
I
get
think
like
for this week, you can try
yeah,
them
but you
for
have to like
free
sign
for.
up for it, but then you don't have to pay. I don't think until like the end of the week. But
Yeah. And then they mentioned about gaming challenges that help charities. So eventually they're going to be doing a charity thing. Will you quit fucking clicking all over the place and
oops,
dragging everything? What are you doing?
I don't know.
Um,
Undo. There we go. Fixed it.
Jesus Christ. So they're gonna have like different gaming challenges, like beat a certain game in a certain amount of time or whatever. And if you stream it or record it or something like that or whatever, I guess it can help with charities. And you pick the charity, but there's only gonna be like four or five charities to choose from or something. Um,
Anything for charity's better
yeah,
than
yeah. Oh no,
what
no, no
EA.
doubt, no doubt. And then they mentioned FIFA 17, which again I'm not going to go heavy into that because I just whatever. But it's Frostbite engine, of course. They're going to have the Journey game mode, so it's like a
Yeah, it was.
campaign in FIFA. So
Yeah, that's heard. That's so weird.
it was really weird because they had that guy, which I don't know his freaking name, and Andrew or Antoine,
Yeah,
whatever
it's
his
just
name was.
weird. I mean, I didn't think it'd be like
But
kind
you're
of
like
like a
following
Skyrim
his
thing
life.
where you do you make your own character. I don't know why they did it like this one guy. It's just
But I
weird.
don't know
I
if
guess
it's just that one guy because they
for
they kept saying that you could have your own career and follow your own path through the game. But I'm like, how does that work? Because is everybody's story going to be his story? It's just going to be your character in place of his character. So
well,
it's
I
the
think the
same story.
journey, like the game, you can always like you can create your character like in
Yeah, no, that's what I'm
MLB
saying.
and
That I
yeah.
think your
I
character
think
will be
that's
put in
there.
his
This
place though.
yeah, this no, I think this just journey mode is just that character. The
Well,
only
that's
reason I think
fucking
they do
dumb
it like
then.
that, yeah, I mean it's not like any other single player game,
But I
I
mean,
guess. But the only reason they do that is for voiced acting, so they can say the guy's name like all the time, so it
but that's so
immerses you
shit
more.
though, because like that's like buying a freaking like basketball or an NBA game or whatever, and the only
Playing as
journey that
LeBron
yeah,
James.
you can only be LeBron James throughout the freaking journey mode. That'd be freaking dumb. There's a lot of
I
other
don't know. I
there's a lot of
mean,
other famous people in FIFA and soccer. It's not just that one
well,
dude.
I don't think this is a real guy. So
I'm pretty sure he is a real guy, isn't he? I'm pretty sure he's a real soccer
I
player.
I just assumed it wasn't, but maybe it is.
I
If it
don't.
is, then it's even
I
stupid.
don't follow
You
soccer
kind of have to
or
like follow
football.
his career path. So I mean, if it's like a make believe character, then yeah, you can just do whatever you want, and you're just stuck with that name, like most
Yeah. I
stuff.
don't know. But the Premier League managers are now in the game. They made a huge deal about that. So now they did the facial thing with the little dots all over the guys' faces
You know
to
what?
get good facial recognition of like the actual managers for the teams are in the game now. They made a big deal about that. So whatever.
You know, one of the most played Steam games. It's Football Manager. It's like a fantasy football thing, but like soccer football. Yeah, it's if you look at top Steam
That's so
games, it's
weird.
always like top like 15 or 10. It's crazy.
That's really weird.
So adding the managers is big, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't follow
Yeah.
any of that crap. So then they talked about EA Originals, focusing on indie game devs. There's a game called Fe,
Iron,
Fe,
Iron.
Fe. Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think of that.
I don't know.
But it's the first EA Originals game. Every piece of the world has a song, and you learn these songs to progress, and it shows the balance of everything in the world. So it's a really hippie
Chill game.
kind of game, I guess.
Yeah.
And then they talked about Star Wars. I guess DICE and Motive are making another Battlefront, so I'm sure there's going to be a Battlefront 2.
We'll have a single player campaign.
Probably not.
I won't buy it if it doesn't have a single player.
Probably not, because they don't want to. They're not. Well, definitely, I'm going to say it's not going to, because if you look at the rest of the games that are coming out, DICE and Motive are working on a new Battlefront. In 2018, Visceral is making a new Star Wars game, and it's going to have an authentic story from the actual game. So I think it's going to follow the good Star Wars movies, like the old classics. I think it's going to follow that story.
Could be like that Rogue One or something, kind of like
No, I'm pretty sure they showed them like working on it, and I think it was following like R2D2 and C3PO and like Luke Skywalker and all that stuff from like. I think that's what they're doing. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But then it says Respawn will make a new Star Wars game in the future, and that one is going to be another story that's following what comes after The Force Awakens, which is the next Star Wars movie.
Bethesda needs to make one because they're the king of single player games.
So it's like, I think the Battlefront game, they can't really make it a single player unless it's a made up campaign. I mean, I guess they could do that. They could just make up some bullshit, I guess.
Just something in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
That's all
I guess they could do something like
blasters and stuff.
But I guess the older Galaxy of Heroes, Old Republic, and Battlefront are getting content updates all this year, apparently, too. So they announced that. So Star Wars is getting a lot of freaking...
it's huge.
Yeah, it's getting a lot of
movies.
Focus right now. And then, of course, everybody knows about Battlefield 1. So it looked pretty good. I thought it looked pretty cool.
I thought it looked really good.
I'm interested because
players and stuff.
I know for a while there the World War II games are really getting overplayed. Like everybody was making a World War II game, and now it's been long enough that I feel like I want to go back to like old World War I, World War II era stuff.
I like that style.
So it just feels so raw and gritty. It doesn't. There's no futuristic bullshit in it and like made up crap. It's like you have to really follow kind of what existed days to be authentic. But it's gonna have they in the trailer that they showed, it was tanks, planes, horses, artillery shells, flamethrowers, zeppelins that you can be in this huge like zeppelin base and rain fire down on people from above. So that looks pretty cool. It's like a big moving base floating up above everybody else. 64 player servers, more natural destruction. So I guess you'll be able to actually blow holes into the dirt and the ground and shit now with the artillery and stuff. He did mention a shovel, so I don't know if you can actually expand the trenches. Like, I don't know if you can actually dig and expand, because that'd be pretty badass.
I think it's more of like a melee, but that'd
probably.
Awesome, yeah.
But that would be pretty awesome if you could actually do that and like go around and try to like flank them from the side or something. It'd take forever to dig though, so it wouldn't be really realistic. But but you know what I'm saying. Dynamic weather. The weather will actually change mid-game, so it'll get like foggy if the match is lasting a long time. Rain will kick up out of nowhere, just like in real life. Loads of weapons.
One thing about the weapons, though, is there's so many like automatic and semi-automatic weapons. I didn't think there was that many back then, but maybe I'm wrong. It seemed like in the 64 players thing that I was watching, everyone had like an automatic weapon or a semi-automatic weapon. But that's the only thing I noticed.
I think they had semi-automatics.
I mean, yeah, some, but like not like bolt-action rifles. They're all like semi-automatic sniper rifles and stuff.
Oh yeah. Not like rifles. I'm talking like well, they had like marksman rifles. I'm pretty sure that was semi-automatic.
Yeah, but they're like semi-automatic though. I just expected them to be more like bolt-action and stuff. So I don't know. It's just like you think of like when we played World at War, like a majority of the rifles were all bolt action, besides the Americans that had the Garand. But
well, yeah, the Germans had the Buer semi-automatic.
Yeah, but I'm talking like the main infantry. I mean, you can get upper classes or whatever. That had different ones.
No, I'm pretty sure in World War I we had semi-automatic guns.
I know, it just seemed like when I was watching the 64 players, like everyone they focused on had a semi-automatic rifle. So.
Oh well, yeah, because that's what everybody picks.
I know, but it's just like they need to.
That's like, how it is in every game.
The main infantry should have been predominantly like bolt actions or something. But like I said, I'm not too sure on the history.
It's just like Battlefield, though. That's what I'm saying. Like Battlefield, you can pick whatever class you want and change whatever guns you want. So everybody's going to pick the semi-automatic because they're newer gamers like us, and they're going to be like, "Oh, semi-automatic, it's going to shoot faster, and I can kill people quicker." So everybody's going to think that way, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but
I'll probably be the one that's picking the freaking bolt action shit because I think that stuff's cooler than
unless everyone's like automatic. Not infantry class,
right?
I think the infantry class should be, the majority of the infantry had, which was all bolt action rifles, just like
true. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like everyone you went to had an automatic rifle or something automatic. and those were just snipers that had semi-automatic rifles.
Right.
But whatever, just a minor gripe.
But yeah, October 30th or 21st release date. I mentioned again and later on in the Microsoft one. Let me see. Let me go down to the Microsoft conference really fast so that way I don't screw this up. Xbox subs, I don't know what the hell that means, but like subscribers to Xbox, I don't know if it's Live Gold that they were talking about or EA Access, but they'll get it October 13th. So you'll get it a little bit earlier than everybody else, I guess, if you're like subscribed to a certain thing with Xbox.
Oh, EA Access subs. Yeah. So if you're part of the EA Access,
you'll get it on the 13th on Xbox. Earlier. I don't know if it works like that on PC, but I know it does for Xbox. But
I think it's all EA Access. So if you have EA Access on PC or whatever.
Yeah. That's possible.
So like get it earlier.
I mean, that makes sense, but then again, I've seen Microsoft do some dumb shit where they keep their Windows people from getting games sooner than the Xbox people. So,
it seems like
wouldn't surprise me. Does it though? I'll get into how I feel about it in a minute. But open beta later this summer. So pay attention and keep up with that. I think you can go to the website and sign up for a news thing to send it out whenever the open beta is available, so that way you can get in there before they run out of keys. I don't know if it's going to be like that or if they're going to have unlimited people in there or what. And they did a 64-player live stream at the end, which had a bunch of famous people that had no reason to be there, but I guess they have loads of money to throw at this game. So, I mean, I'm sure.
Yeah, why were they?
I'm sure it wasn't really.
I guess it was Los Angeles.
I'm sure it wasn't cheap to have like Snoop Dogg and A$AP Rocky or whatever his name is, and Captain Sparkles and Sea Nanners and all them to come out and play this freaking game just to show off the game. I'm sure that cost them some money.
I bet you a lot of that was free.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they just wanted to come there and play the game and get some publicity. I have no idea.
Yeah,
who knows?
I don't know, like what's his name? Jamie Foxx. He doesn't seem like a gamer to me. So
yeah, Zac Efron.
I can't remember who that is.
He was in Horrible Neighbors or whatever it is with Seth Rogen. I don't know if you watched that game or that movie.
Yeah, I always forget.
But anyway, that's it for the EA one. So then Bethesda went.
Oh yeah.
So Bethesda unveiled Quake Champions, a Prey sequel, I guess. So the Prey series is back and VR version of Fallout 4. So that was a big deal. Everybody was freaking out about that one.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
The Elder Scrolls Legends, which is another card game. Everybody's freaking making card games after they see how crazy Hearthstone and Blizzard one did. What is the Blizzard one card game called?
Hearthstone?
Is that Hearthstone?
Yeah.
Shit. Somebody else made another game that was a card game that was competing against Hearthstone, though. I don't remember who it was. It was another game company. I don't remember who it was, though. But I know, like, exclusive to Xbox One and PC, Windows 10 PC or whatever. I know Gwent is coming soon. The card game from The Witcher. Which the footage that they showed, I mean, it's a literal copycat of freaking Hearthstone. I mean, like all the cards, the numbers, like the little bubbles that have the numbers for how much armor it has versus how much damage it does, looks almost
I mean, that's the same. You look at a Magic the Gathering card. And
that's what I'm saying, though. It's like put them in a different corner or something at least. It's like literally in the same freaking corner.
Old school game that I played, the collectible card game, Star Wars. That was awesome.
Yeah. I mean,
that was cool because you could like have like ships with like warp values, and you played on different systems, and you like warp to different systems. Oh, it was pretty cool. Anyways, you have like the Death Star, and it only moves like one system at a time.
Yeah. So Quake reboot, of course, because everybody was making a big deal about the reboot of Doom, and of course, you know, Wolfenstein was been a huge hit. So of course they had to bring back Quake. So Quake Champions, unlocked FPS, characters with attributes and abilities now, I guess, and more tournaments coming. So they're going to be doing some really big things with QuakeCon. More information is going to be about it in QuakeCon as well.
Try to make it back into a big esports.
Yeah.
Because it's like a general esport game. But I guess if I do remember correctly, I remember I was telling you this when we were watching it, but there was like a single player campaign for Quake, but it wasn't like I was thinking of a Unreal Tournament where it was just like arena fighting, but it does have like a story mode, but it's not like a story mode. It's just like you go through and clear out all the bad guys in this multiplayer level. That's how it was.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to
So.
mention though about
Beta.
yeah, the Legends or whatever. They have an option to join the beta, which I don't know exactly when it goes live. I think it might be live now, if I rightly remember. I think they mentioned that it was live now. Oh yeah, beta open to more people this week. So I guess the beta is already going on, but they'll be opening it up to more this week. So if you want to join the beta, click in there. Maybe you'll get an email for it, and maybe you'll get an email just saying "F you, you're not welcome here." Who knows?
Yeah.
But it'll be PC, Mac, and all the mobile platforms. So iOS, Android, and I think even Windows Phone or just Windows Mobile, whatever the hell they call it now. I have no idea.
I don't even know.
Let's see.
I don't think anyone knows Windows stuff. It's just Android and
Yeah, for the most part.
iOS.
So I didn't grab any more things from the show anyway. But Fallout 4, they're gonna have a new contraptions workshop next week, where you can build contraptions and everything that you can add to your. People can build it in the workshop, and then you can pick it up and you can put it in your game.
Mm-hmm.
Vault Tech, where you can actually build vaults, and people can download your vault and all that other kind of stuff. Nuka World was shown to be in August 2016, so another big expansion on top of the something Harbor. I don't remember what it's called. Something Harbor is out right now.
Yeah.
Fallout Harbor? No, something Harbor. I can't remember. And then Fallout Shelter, which I guess is the mobile game. Fallout Shelter is going to have a PC version launching, plus it's going to have a bunch of new quests added to it.
Bar Harbor.
Bar Harbor, that's what it is.
I was looking at DLC and it was all Nuka World on Google. Jeez.
Then the Elder Scrolls Skyrim for next-gen consoles and PC, I guess. So if you own Skyrim and all of its add-ons or the Legendary Edition on Steam, you'll get a free upgrade to Skyrim Special Edition on October 28th. So it's just going to have like better lighting effects, better particle effects, and yeah.
It's kind of an updated engine.
Yeah, so... But I guess that's what it looks like on Xbox One, the new special edition. So it's a little bit better colors. It looks like they turned up the saturation on it and stuff. Yeah. So
did you see? I was on Reddit a while ago, but I was like, "Oh, this is the Skyrim remastered version." It was like it showed the original. I gotta find it and send it to you. It was hilarious, but that's that same picture, which makes it even funnier. Remastered. Oh man, I hate how this stuff.
Moby Dick the video game? What the hell? So anyway, yeah. Looks pretty interesting. Prey, they don't really show anything much on here, but they did show I think it was just a brief teaser for Prey.
Mm-hmm. It was pretty like a big intro video.
Yeah, I guess so.
But I guess it's like a reboot of the series. What?
Yeah, it's a reboot. Well, it's a reboot of the series because they didn't want to call it Prey 2 because I guess it doesn't. Or no, they just renamed it Prey because it barely resembles Prey 2.
Mm-hmm.
That famously faced troubled development. So I guess there was a bunch of issues with Prey 2, and I guess it didn't really do a very good job, and didn't have a very good release. Maybe, I don't know. So they just basically rebooted the series and just called it Prey. So it's back to the original kind of name, but so yeah, everybody's getting into the freaking VR craze, though. That's for sure. There was a bunch of stuff showed for VR.
That's it.
Doom Snap Map is another thing that they talked about. User created levels.
Show that.
All right, one second. Free for every player. Next month, 2 new multiplayer modes will be released. Unto the Evil DLC will be next month, and free for this week. I guess until Sunday. it'll be the first level of Doom for free. So you can download it on Steam, Xbox
Kind of like
One,
a demo.
PS4. So like a playable demo of the first level to get you hooked, and then you'll go spend your money. All right, what is this shit you sent me?
Oh, it's just the picture of the remastered Skyrim. Someone made before E3, and it was a funny thing.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Show it on stream.
I am, bitch.
But it was just funny because it was that same picture. He's like, oh, "This is what it looks like." It's like the same picture.
Yeah, it's the same exact area.
Yeah.
God, that looks horrible. Like totally saturated out.
Yeah, the little lens flare, just stupid crap. Oh, that's great.
But yeah, so Doom is going to have a lot of updates coming up in the next couple months. The Elder Scrolls Online, I guess they're in June 23rd. They're officially launching in Japan to hopefully, really boost the amount of people playing. Dark Brotherhood DLC is coming to next gen. Did you write next gen or did I write that? I guess I wrote that.
You did. Because it's out for PCs currently, but I guess.
Oh, the Dark Brotherhood DLC is already out. Oh, okay. Yeah,
so that's why. Because when we're watching, remember, like he just said PC and Xbox or PS4 and Xbox. Does that mean it's not coming to PC?
That's right. And then you told me that it was already out. So one Tamriel, I guess, is no level restrictions. The whole world is open to anyone after the tutorial, and that will be happening this fall. So if you're a level 1 player, you'll be able to play along with your level 80. I don't know what the hell it goes up to because I was never interested in that game. But
it makes me
kind of cool. But
yeah, I mean, it might be interesting.
I don't know if I'll buy it or not.
On sale. But I think if you play with like higher level people, it'll be the higher level people, of course. So
you think so, or you think they're going to do the opposite?
I think it'd be higher level people.
So otherwise, a level 1 person can have fun, and they're going to allow him to play with their friend who's a higher level, but he's not going to be able to do anything because he's going to get like one-shotted by everybody.
Yeah,
that seems pretty dumb.
I just think it's like you can go to spaces because I mean I don't see how you can be playing with your friend and he's fighting level 30 characters and you're fighting the same people that are level like 1 characters. You know what I mean?
So that's what makes me think that it's a different mode that you go into and like everybody is like maxed out or like everybody's at the same level. You know what I'm saying? That's what it seems like to me. It's just like going into another world or another.
It's just an open world, like
right.
I guess right now,
free to explore. You don't have to be a certain level to go to a certain part of the map.
You have to go like a certain way through the map,
or else it's just going to be completely open. So
like Fallout, you go out there and you instantly get one shot by this guy. You can't go there, but now they'll level with you, so
right.
You can just explore and do whatever you want, which is cool.
Mm-hmm. I definitely like that better. So yeah, that's coming out this fall, I guess, and people were cheering, so I'm guessing it's a good thing. Bethesda VR, they're gonna have Doom in VR, Fallout 4 in VR, and it will be 2017 on the HTC Vive for Fallout 4.
Fallout 4,
but it's going to be a different game though. It's not going to be like the Fallout 4 that you play now.
I know.
But in VR, it's going to be its own IP, I guess, its own game. So it probably will be limited because
I don't know. Will it be?
Would have to be.
I assume it'd be the same game. Why wouldn't it be?
I mean, if it has to be then it doesn't need to be a whole different game. Why is it a whole different?
Well, just have to adapt it to work on VR, I guess.
Why don't they just add an update that updates the current game you have instead of making it a whole new game?
I just think that's when it'll be released. I don't remember.
They said it was a whole new game. They said that it was a whole new Fallout 4 game made for VR.
It's like a whole new experience.
So just patch it and allow it to work on VR then. It doesn't need to be a whole new game. He said it was a whole new game. That's all I'm saying. He said it was a whole new game for the VR experience. It's like a whole new game.
I don't know. I'm going to look that up now. Because
he should learn how to read the teleprompter then.
Yeah, well, these guys are bad presenters. They're coders. What do you expect?
They had used all their community managers. They're not coders. They don't know what the fuck they're doing on a computer. They just read and hawk shit and sell it. So yeah, they were really big on the whole VR thing. So VR is definitely taking over. If I had the money, I'd buy a Vive right now.
I know, man. I really want one.
So buy one.
Then I have to buy a 1080 because my
So buy one.
970 won't work.
Buy one and sell your 970 while it's still worth more than 5 cents.
It's only worth 5 cents now. It's a long article. I don't want to read that.
All right. So, Dishonored 2. Dishonored 1 was pretty badass. I enjoyed playing that game. So, it's going to be a whole new Void engine. They really put the emphasis on that one. Talked about it for a good 10 minutes before they actually showed the game. So new audio and lighting, which this guy over here said looked like doo-doo.
Well, I just said it looks like a console game. The particle effects are really weak.
Man.
It's like if you look at any console game,
you might be offending some of our watchers.
I'm just telling you
it looks
the
like
truth.
a console game.
Telling you the truth. It's like playing PC on low, man. You can tell the particle effects and everything. It's just it's very laggy.
Yeah. It looked like it was turned down on pretty low, but
but they had advanced lighting where different lighting effects cast shadows and stuff, each individual lighting. It's not like a global light source and stuff like that. So
right. So there was a lot of spoilers for. I mean, the game's been out forever. So if you haven't played it yet, then whatever. But it continues on from Dishonored 1. Emily Caldwin, which is the girl that you
50 years later
save. Yeah, so it's years later.
Spoilers.
And yeah, oh, whatever. Spoilers don't exist after 2 months, in my opinion. So you can play as her now, or you can play as the guy that you played in the first one, which I can't remember his name to save my life.
Alvo?
No, you liar.
Calvo?
Calvo?
Yeah, I can't remember his first name.
That's right. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, Calvo. I think Calvo is his first name, isn't it?
Hang on.
Anyway, you can play as the guy from Dishonored 1, or you can play as the girl that you save in Dishonored 1. I don't know.
Corvo, not Calvo.
Corvo.
Damn it.
But I don't know. Okay.
Corvo Atano.
I know you're gonna blame consolitis here, but every game that they showed looked like they had mad frame rate issues. I mean, I know they're just
it's because it's the console,
and I know that it's not a fully released game yet, but holy crap! When they opened up the door to that party, and he was walking through, it was stuttering so bad.
It was 15, 20 FPS.
Yeah, at times. Easily. So it's far more focused on vertical movement, so you'll be able to climb up buildings and go higher than you could previously before. All new powers. You'll be able to upgrade your characters now and upgrade the weapons and the power-ups that you have. You'll be able to upgrade them. I thought the time shift thing, do you remember that?
That was really cool.
That was dope. It looked like a weird clamshell thing that he was holding on to. And
I think it was just for that mission.
It might be. If it's only for that mission, that kind of sucks. But
yeah. That's a cool idea.
Yeah, that's a really awesome concept. But you flip it open, and basically you're looking through a piece of glass, and if you're in the old times where this building that's all broken down now, it looks brand new to you now. So you're walking through it, and there's people, or right now it's all in rubble from after the war or whatever the hell happened. And then through the glass, it looks like a brand new building it was years before the war happened and stuff. And so you can look through the glass and see where an enemy is, and then you can switch to the past and kill that enemy, and then switch back to the present where it's all rubble. So it's pretty awesome. You can use it to get past doors. If the door's locked, you can just switch to the present time, and the door is obviously all burnt down and broken, and you walk on the other side, then switch back, and now you're on the other side of the door. So that's a pretty badass concept. But I could see it being only for that mission though, because that seems pretty damn OP if you had it for the whole game.
Indeed.
What else was there? That was a time shift thing. November 11th, 2016 on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. And I guess they're going to have a limited number of collector's editions, which I don't really care about, but it's a cool thing.
I don't know, man.
I ain't paying for that. It's it's going to be $120.
Corvo mask looked kind of cool.
$120, $150.
I know, but it'd be cool.
You won't even pay $60 for the game. Wait until it's $5.
Yeah, but that'd be cool to have sitting on your desk. show off.
Yeah, if like the eye lit up or something, it would be cool.
Yeah.
Like you hit a button or something and the eye like glows red.
It's cool for streamers, I guess, where they have like cool stuff behind them.
Yeah, it'd be really cool for that.
That's why I'd get it if I was a streamer, but I'm not.
True. You're not a streamer.
I definitely not.
So I thought this was interesting whenever I pulled this up because it says Xbox One S, Microsoft. This is the Microsoft part of the conference now. So they came out with the launching of the Xbox One S in August for $299.99, but then they show a 2 terabyte version for $399 on their website.
Well, that's the 2 terabyte version.
Do they have smaller versions? Oh yeah, I guess it says up to 2 terabytes. So yeah. Anyway, it's meant for 4K Ultra HD, HDR.
So if you have
has
a
high dynamic range.
4K.
Yeah,
I wonder if it'll have.
I'm pretty sure this one's meant
like Netflix 4K.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of cool.
I think it's talking about 4K video. It can't play 4K games.
Oh no, definitely not 4K games.
But it's 40% smaller, and you can get it with up to 2 terabyte storage. So the 2 terabyte storage version, I guess, is going to be $399.
Yeah,
that's pretty cheap for 2 terabyte.
Well, $299 is pretty cheap.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a $100 hard drive.
It seems really freaking cheap. I think might be. I think they might be saying that it's $399, and the 2 terabyte version will be available in August, and that's going to be a different price. Because $399 seems really cheap for a 2 terabyte.
Well, they said $299 in the conference.
That's what I'm saying.
Which I thought was really cheap.
Not really.
How much can you buy them now for? Or buy them?
I think they're like $200 for a standard Xbox One, but it has like no hard drive.
What?
Yeah, they're cheap, dude.
I didn't think it was that cheap. I'm gonna buy one then.
Doesn't come with a hard drive though.
Dude, I paid $50 for what's that called?
I don't think you can put a hard drive in it. You have to buy like their case, like their what do you call that? Enclosure. That's what it is.
2 terabyte.
Not a 2 terabyte one.
A 2 terabyte X1. Oh no, 500 gig is $299. 1 terabyte is
how much is? Oh,
$250.
Is it the Xbox One S or the regular Xbox One?
On Amazon right now, and then $400 for the 2 terabyte. So the 500 gig one
deal
is $299.
And I just want the controller, the black and white controller.
$279 for a 500 gig.
Yeah,
and $299 for 1 terabyte.
But if I was gonna buy either one of the consoles, I'm sorry, I'd buy the PS4 because I already have a PC. So,
but if you buy the Xbox One, you get the PC game for free.
Don't care. You still had to buy it. That doesn't really matter. If you have if you play on an Xbox One, you most likely don't have a computer that can play these PC games.
What are you talking about, yo?
Most likely. Anyway, so yeah, they came out with that.
Well,
they announced
play on your Windows internal graphics card 1994 PC.
No, actually, you can't because you have to have Windows 10, and Windows 10 wouldn't run it.
But it does.
I bet it doesn't. Anyway, so they announced Gears of War 4. So it's going to be cross-play with Xbox One and Windows 10 PC, so you'll be able to play. Will you stop highlighting that shit? You'll be able to... Jesus Christ, I see your name just bouncing all over the screen while I'm trying to read. Anyway, so cross-play, so Xbox One players will be able to play against Windows 10 PC players.
Wreck
mice versus
guys.
Controller.
I know. Oh, someone said I saw that the Xbox One was going to support keyboard and mouse natively now. But I didn't read the article. It's just like a post on Reddit.
Just buy a PC. Other than the exclusives. Whatever.
See? You're used to it. It's the only reason.
But if you're used to it, then you wouldn't be used to a keyboard and mouse, is my point.
Yeah, but you want to ascend a little bit. You're just buying like a cheap all-in-one PC that sucks.
So if it's a Windows 10, see, okay, this I'll go right into it now because the actual PC gaming show was like mostly like extremely indie game and RTS stuff because that's pretty much everybody thinks that's like the only thing the PCs are good at, I guess.
Well,
it's
all
annoying.
the big name people We're part of Xbox.
I know, but Microsoft still mentioned The Division, even though Ubisoft was doing that. Microsoft mentioned Battlefield 1, even though EA just had done it. I'm just saying, they didn't mention anything like, holy crap, with the PC gaming show, which is exactly what they did last year. So it's
Microsoft's like, here's some money. They're like, okay, we'll announce on your show.
I know, but just re-announce it or something on the PC show in case nobody watched the other shows. I'm just saying, make it look like PC has awesome shit.
It does.
That's what I'm saying, but they didn't show that. It looks like it's all like, side-scroller shit and like Nintendo graphics and stuff. And it's like, I'm all for supporting indies, but you're making it look like the PC has absolute shit games. I mean, it's really annoying. But anyway, and this is the problem that I have is because every single one of these things in Microsoft, almost every single one of them started off with Xbox One and Windows 10 exclusive. Whatever. So that means they're all going to be UWP games. I'm expecting if it's an exclusive for Windows 10 only, it's going to be some UWP game, and it's going to freaking blow.
Or it's going to be tied to Xbox Live on Windows.
Yeah, which is bullshit. So that's why I'm not that excited about 90% of these games that are coming out, because I'm not going to play them. If I have to sign into Xbox Live to play these games, I'm not playing them.
As long as it doesn't like super suck, it's not a big deal. It's like having to sign into Uplay.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Are they still going to be available to buy on Steam? No.
Some of them maybe.
Not any of the Microsoft ones. They're not.
Well, like Final Fantasy.
Probably not, because it's only Xbox One exclusive.
Oh, it is? Okay, so never mind. Minecraft.
Technically, there's two versions of Minecraft now. There's a Minecraft for Windows 10, and then there's a...
And I can play with each other, apparently.
Yeah, now. We're skipping ahead, though. But my point is, any one of these things that says Xbox One or Windows 10 exclusive is going to be UWP only.
Yeah, the only real one that I'm looking forward to maybe is Forza. That's it. Like, Gears of War, never got into. I don't really care.
I know, but that's what I'm saying though. It's just dumb. I don't like that they're doing that crap. They're bringing their stupid console exclusivity shit over to PC now, and it's fucking dumb.
It's the same thing with Uplay,
but it's not. EA I can launch the game from Steam, and it launches Uplay in the background without me even knowing about it. I don't have to constantly sign into every individual thing. If I buy it on Steam, I buy it on Steam. Yeah, it might use Uplay like Trials does. It flashes up there really fast, and that's it. I don't want to stay logged into Xbox Live all the fucking time.
I have to stay logged in all the time.
I don't want to log into it, period, is my point. I didn't buy a fucking Xbox. I bought a PC.
Yeah, well, that's just...
So, therefore, I'm not buying their games. I'm not excited about any of them, because I'm not buying into their shit. So, anyway, October 11th, 2016.
Over here hating Microsoft.
Yeah, that's it. October 11th, 2016 for Gears of War 4, and there will be a Gears of War 4 Edition Xbox Elite controller, which I'm sure will be like $500 because the regular controller is $150.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Killer Instinct, I guess General Ram from Gears of War is a new playable character in Killer Instinct. They announced that, and it's a Play Anywhere title. So they made a big deal about the Play Anywhere thing for Xbox or for Microsoft. So if it's a play anywhere title, that means that if you buy it on PC, you can play it without buying another copy of it on Xbox One. If you buy it on Xbox
Did they announce that?
Well, yeah, it's a play anywhere title.
I was thinking
if you can buy the Xbox One and play it on PC, I would imagine if you buy the PC one, you'd be able to play it on Xbox One.
I'm gonna bet that it's only one way.
Guarantee you it's not, because again, these are UWP titles. You have to be signed into Xbox Live to purchase them. So
the thing is you're buying the Xbox version, and then you can play it on PC. That's how they're gonna do it.
If they do that, then that's
no, they're doing this.
Shitty.
They're doing this to get their game sales numbers up, to get more exclusives and stuff like that.
If they do that,
that's the way. That's the reason they're doing it. I mean, to me, that makes perfect sense. But yeah, if you want to buy the PC version, you're going to be buying the Xbox version, and you just happen to play the PC version.
That is some dirty bullshit.
Microsoft.
Yep. So yeah, Forza Horizon 3. I guess it's going to Australia. Xbox One and PC exclusive. Another UWP title. 4-player campaign co-op, seamless joining, which I thought was cool. So like if he's racing through the jungle or whatever, and he's like, and I sign on, and I'm like, hey, you want to play? And he's like, yeah, I'll play. And I'm like, okay, cool. I join his game, and I literally just like if
Start
I'm in the middle
driving
of playing, I just
the game.
start fucking driving in his world, and the time changes automatically to what his is doing, and it's super seamless. So I thought that was pretty cool. And September 27th of this year is when that's supposed to launch. Oh shit, I guess I'm not going through these, am I? I keep forgetting that I have these things open. So yeah, the Gears of War thing. I opened them all up. I went through all this trouble to open all these things up, and I didn't even freaking show them.
Show them.
So yeah, you can watch the trailers on your own. I'm not gonna play this trailer on the stream or anything. So it's just way too much shit to do. So Recore, somebody mentioned on one of the things whenever I was searching for an article about it. I tried to find the actual game's official website for most of these, but Recore, somebody said that it's like it almost feels like a reboot of Mega Man that everybody's been waiting for, I guess, because it's like real
Mega Man.
Yeah, it's like real robotic, and you're shooting all these little plasma balls around and all that sort of stuff. But I guess like
For some reason I don't remember that one.
yeah, I guess like the robots and stuff like work like with you, and there's like multiple different robots that you can do or use. Like I think here it is. It's like Jewel the Fearless Leader is one of them. Mac the Explorer is another one. Seth the Escape Artist, and Duncan the Heavy Hitter. So obviously he's like a tank. That kind of thing. So they have like different attributes and roles that they play, and you can switch between them to help you get through levels, I guess. It looked kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess Jewel is the Fearless Leader, the actual person you play as.
Word.
So Far Eden Colony. So I guess you're trying to go wakes after centuries of cryo sleep to find that nothing has gone according to plan with her trusty core bot companion, Mac. Jewel.
Anytime there's like cryo sleep and things like, I just remember Portal. It's like, you've been sleeping for 9, 9, 9. And Portal 2, wake up.
Jewel begins her adventure in Far Eden to save mankind from a terrible fate. So I guess you're trying to save the world. Go figure. Always saving something in a game.
Yeah, you gotta be the hero.
Makes
me wonder, is there any games that you're a villain?
Jesus. Oh, did I jumped way far ahead. I'm gonna go back to this one. Because I skipped a lot of these because I'm not gonna put them up. I'm just gonna talk about them.
Have websites for it.
Okay. Final Fantasy 15. I guess I should have probably looked that one up because it's a pretty big important one, I guess. But a whole new battle system was demoed, fighting a massive Titan. Looked kind of weird. It looked really good.
Looked really weird.
It looked really good, but the fighting.
I never got
weird.
into I never got into that fighting style of or any of the Final Fantasies.
I swear the entire time during the demo, though, it didn't even look like he did an attack until like the last 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Like he was like dodging, and like the guy was swiping over top of him, and he was like turning into like some weird shield color, and that was like it. And then all of a sudden he does like 5 knife slashes at the very end, and he wins. I'm like, what did I just see? Was he like doing magical spells that was hitting the guy's head way up out of the frame that I couldn't see or something? I don't know. It looked.
There's another thing where I was watching something like that, where the guy they were watching didn't seem to be attacking at all. But there's a lot of damage numbers going up, I just think, from the other people playing the game. So I don't know. Maybe it was something like that where the other characters.
Maybe. I think you're thinking of Scalebound, where you're fighting all the dragons.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. The guy shoots the bow and arrow 3 times, and then nothing dies. But yeah, but no, I mean, this was a co-op, wasn't it? At least it had multiple characters. I don't remember this too much. Like I said, I'm not a big Final Fantasy fan, so I kind of glazed over it. I don't remember Recore either, so maybe unless it was eating or something.
Sorry, I was reading a message from Curtis. Got some semi awesome news, but I'm not. I mean, I don't
not
care.
Awesome.
I don't care about jinxing it because I'm a pessimist. But so anyway, But yeah, game looks good. Good frame rates. It looks smooth. I didn't see any like weird like drops or anything weird and chuggy or anything. It looked really clean. But
Yeah.
Xbox One exclusive, and it'll be September 30th, 2016.
Yeah.
And
Was
then
it a Play Anywhere title?
no, that one's Xbox One only. Which is really weird because Final Fantasy's always been Sony, and then all of a sudden
Yeah, I know.
Square.
I guess
they don't own Square Enix anymore. I think that's the reason why.
I'll pay them so much money for it.
I'm sure.
Which I don't know if you want to get into now, but it's kind of the same war going on in VR now. I guess. Oculus
we'll get into that.
people
We'll get
lots
into that.
of money for people to get
People are getting
Oculus
pissed.
exclusives.
People are getting pissed because they got that Facebook money, little fuckers.
Mhm.
Yeah, people are getting really pissed because they said that was the one thing that. Well, what is his name? Lackey.
Lackey.
Lackey, is that his name?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The original founder of Oculus, something Lackey, Palmer Lackey, is that his name?
I have no idea.
Something like that. But that was his big thing, like back when it was like a Kickstarter type campaign. It was like, I'm not doing exclusivity. I hate exclusivities. Blah 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 blah. So this one I didn't.
Now he doesn't own it.
Exactly. I didn't do a website for this one because Ubisoft talked about it in more detail. But the Division,
It's an older game too, so
the Division Underground DLC, Xbox One
paid
will get
DLC.
it first. Paid DLC.
It's the first of the paid three paid DLCs of
Right.
X.
So it's randomly generated missions that are underground. So I guess you go down to like the subway thing, and I guess every single time you play it, it's never the same. So it's supposed to be different each time. The loot's supposed to be greater. It's going to be progressively harder the more times you play it. I guess it's going to get harder and better loot or something. I believe.
Yeah, I watched the thing on it.
But
I guess there's 4 different game modes you can play. Like right now, there's hard. There's only 2 now, isn't there? Or normal. There's normal, hard,
and
challenging, or heroic. Now is a new one.
Jesus
So they added
Christ.
they added heroic, and then also I guess there's you get like intel points or something. I don't know how. I guess by leveling up or something, but you can turn off different aspects of the game, which increases the rewards, so it makes it
They
harder.
better
So you
add
can turn
more
off
restock boxes.
well, yeah, that's one of the things. Though, like
Jesus,
there's one
dude.
where you can turn off the mini map. So if you have no mini map or whatever, then there's another one where enemies don't drop ammo and you start with less ammo, so you have to like conserve your shots. Like just
You can't
know,
conserve shots in that game. It takes like 5
Well,
magazines to kill somebody.
if you're like super high level, then you can do that.
yeah,
like,
I mean, I could see if you were able to one-shot somebody in the head and kill them or whatever, then you could conserve your ammo. But shit, it takes like 15 shots to the freaking head to kill somebody.
Yeah. So there's there's tons of different variable leveling that way. So, but yeah, I guess everything's randomly generated when you start the mission.
Mhm.
There's a few different types of missions. So I mean, even like what you're doing in the mission will be randomly generated. So I don't know how many different types there are, but there's it's supposed to be a new experience every time you play. So kind of getting more end game content now in the Division, which was lacking. So
Yeah. So, but yeah, Xbox One will get it first, June
PC too.
28th. PC gets it on June 28th as well. Okay.
yeah, because that's what I kept seeing. They said Xbox One first.
I would think so because it's
but
Microsoft.
then later
I
they
don't know.
say Xbox and PC June 28th and August for PS3. So
4.
whatever.
Then of course, they mentioned Battlefield 1, which EA Access, and I think they said Xbox something members too can also get it on October 13th. So it's not only EA Access; it's something with Xbox people as well.
Yeah, they got an Xbox Gold membership.
Yeah.
Like, do they have like a regular Xbox Live then like a upper gold level or something?
Well, I mean, they always had Xbox Live and Xbox Live Gold, but I don't think it was gold. It's like another freaking thing that you pay extra monthly for or something.
EA Access.
I think it. No, it's not EA.
That's where you get access to like the EA Vault, which is now a bunch of games for free and all that stuff.
No, I think it's something different than that. It's like Xbox something subscribers. I don't know what it was. Maybe it's something where like kind of like the PS Plus. Then they had like the PS Plus kind of thing, where like you get like the free games every month or something like that. There's free games available. I don't think that comes with a standard PS Plus. I think you have to pay an extra thing to get free games monthly.
Well, yeah, I mean that'd be plus or whatever.
Well, yeah.
Xbox Live and then Xbox Live Gold, so it'd be like the gold.
Maybe. I don't know.
Whatever.
I don't know how any of that shit works. So Xbox Live, then they went into Xbox Live actual updates to Xbox Live itself. So now they're going to allow background music playing.
Oh, snap. For when you're playing Rocket League?
You'll finally be able to choose a language no matter where you live, which I cannot believe that was a problem all the way up until 2016. I mean...
For European countries, I guess it's a problem.
I mean, even here, like, what if you're freaking... You're, like, Russian, but you speak Russian, but you live here. You're forced to have English in the menus. You can't pick any language you wanted to in 2016? Really?
I guess so.
That's horrible. For a company that makes a OS that you can pick any language you want to. I don't understand why that was a thing. But they're going to be adding Cortana to it, which people cheered. I don't know why, because I never use it. Clubs on Xbox Live is a new thing, so that you can create communities for what you do most in gaming. So, like, if you're a big sniper in Battlefield games or whatever, you can have a sniper Battlefield community where you guys can talk about your sniper stuff.
It's just EA Access.
No, it's not.
For Battle.
EA is not only Xbox. Oh, you're talking about for the other thing. Okay.
Yeah, it's just if you have EA Access, you get it on the 13th. There's no other things. So. I was curious. I went back and watched it.
Looking for group. It's basically a one ad for multiplayer. So you can be like, hey, I'm looking for a fourth in GTA 5. And somebody can join you.
You need that.
Yeah, I know. We have to buy Xboxes so that way we can do that.
Or we can just internet friend.
Arena on Live is a new thing. So this is Xbox's new own tournament thing that's separate from EA. So it's called Arena on Live.
I think it's probably built off like the same thing, but
it's not
advertising it.
Their own thing. So they're going to have their own tournament platform. You can compete solo or with friends in any game, or most games. But Smite, H1Z1, and World of Tanks were the ones that they showed now. And then they said FIFA will be available in the coming years. Not like next year, but they said the coming years. I'm like, what? Dude, yeah. It's going to take like maybe 2, 3, 4 years just to make FIFA a game that you can play a tournament in. Aren't they already doing that with EA access? Maybe that's the reason why. Maybe EA's
exclusive to EA.
EA's being like, you bitches cannot use our game yet. Mm-hmm. We have to get EA access, has to get a lot of people in it first. Or EA tournament. What is it? EA leagues or whatever it is. I don't know.
Something. Yeah.
And then they went into Minecraft. It was a little weird. The two people were really corny, but they're trying really hard to be like super cutesy, I think. But cross-play with Android, iOS,
and
Windows 10.
They had their script and they were trying to stick to it.
Yeah, they were like way too bubbly. They could have just read it normal. The friendly update is what it's dubbed as. Microsoft Realms, where you can play with anyone no matter what device. So they had her playing on her iOS,
just like
her iPad. Basically. But it's not for PC, so they gotta call it something cool.
Yeah, no, but it's just
she was playing on her iPad or whatever, and then he was playing on a Surface, and then this Oculus, somebody from like their Oculus group or whatever came out and was playing on a Gear VR, which made fucking no sense to me whatsoever. Yeah. I'm like, you're an Oculus guy and you're gonna play on the Gear VR. But it was hosted by Samsung, Samsung. So like everything was Samsung everywhere. Samsung monitors everywhere. Everybody had a Samsung phone. So
most likely it'll be like a Oculus thing later on.
Most likely.
Else.
Texture packs are for the Pocket Edition, and the Windows 10 versions are coming, which is funny because we've been doing that on regular PC since the game came out.
The Windows 10 version's like the Pocket version for your PC.
Yes, it's very limited and dumb.
Stupid.
Add-ons coming this fall allows you to change how mobs look and act. So it's basically resource packs, which have been available in the PC version forever. And that's pretty much it. They said that. Oh, and what is it?
Minecraft in VR looked kind of cool.
Yeah, Minecraft in VR looks fun, but they've been showing that on PC for quite a while.
I know. I
Oculus
just never thought about it.
Developer kits and stuff. Yeah. But what else was there that they mentioned? Man, I was gonna say something. I don't remember what it was I was gonna say, but yeah. So they showed some gameplay of it though, and they were like playing it in the background while people they were talking about the things that they can do. Then they talked about the new customize your Xbox One controller. So yeah, that's a thing now. So if you guys ever got into, or if you are Android fans and you know about the whole Moto thing that they did, where you could go in and customize your Motorola phone and stuff, and pick the back and the front and what color
like
everything was.
For $1, you can print out your sweet mouse pad.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. So you can add text and colors. So like right below, I don't have my Xbox One controller close to me, but I'll just use the Steam one. So like right below here on like an Xbox One controller, you could have like your sweet username or your clan tag or gamer tag. That's what it is, gamer tag for Xbox people. So you can have like all that kind of stuff, or your team or your clan or whatever you clan name. I mean, like they literally showed like you changing the color of like the freaking D-pad buttons, everything. I mean, it was pretty ridiculous. But I would love to have a black and red one, but I'm not gonna buy one. But it would be pretty cool to have a black and red.
You can disassemble yours and paint it.
No, it's okay. Pass.
Why not? Custom, yo.
So then they talked about a game called Inside, which was from the creators of Limbo, and it will be available June 29th. I don't have a video or any pictures of that.
They just showed a short little teaser of it.
Yeah, a really quick
clip. They didn't really say much about it.
But
yeah, it's supposedly coming out at the end of the month, and
yeah,
I guess people know about it. I don't know. I didn't know about it.
I didn't know about it. Limbo, which is the game that they are famous for, is free to all Xbox Live players starting Monday the 13th. So it's past Monday.
Wow.
All this week, and I think it's free all the way up until this game launches. If I rightly remember, I don't know for sure, but maybe it is just this week. So if you're looking for Limbo and you're on Xbox Live, go get it now because it's free. Indie games, they just freaking I missed about 5 of these because they were literally just going just popping up on the screen showing little bits.
It was Outlast 2.
Oh my god! And so I was freaking out. What?
Outlast 2.
Yeah, Outlast 2. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, because I was just typing as fast as I possibly could. But they showed Cuphead, Outlast 2, Deliver Us the Moon, The Calling, Stardew Valley, Below, Raiders, Everspace, Bloodstained, and Yooka-Laylee, which most of these games are already on Steam.
Shh. Let the Xbox guys feel special. Because they're the most advanced console out there. Best.
Yes.
Next gen.
See,
You won't need to upgrade your console for 10 years because it's next gen.
Except for they already launched new consoles.
Jeez, spoiling it.
We're just crapping on everybody's faces already. So Ark Survival Evolved, Xbox One players will be able to play on Windows 10 through Play Anywhere this fall. So if you have it on Xbox One, you'll now be able to play it on your PC.
I'm really curious to see how we'll get there when we get there. Let's keep going.
Okay. And then the one that I do, the very next article that I actually have is We Happy Few, which I thought this game looked pretty interesting. It's very weird, but like it says, a game of paranoia and survival in a drugged out dystopian
you know what it reminded me
English city in 1964. What?
Rapture.
Yes. It looks a lot like what is that?
Just the feel and the art style. And just
BioShock, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so first to console on Xbox One, so it's already it's going to be out on PC at the same time, so they say first to console on Xbox One. So July 26th, it would be an Xbox game preview on July 26th of this, and I just put that it was a very weird game. Like
Definitely looks interesting.
it looks interesting, yes, but it was very, very weird.
It's different.
Yeah, that's cool though. I mean, I'm glad that there's new stuff and people are trying outside of the box. Then it was Gwent, the card game Gwent. What is this one? I have a tab in between Gwent. Oh, that one's out of
Gab?
that one's out of order. I just revealed one. Oh no, Gwent. So live demo. They gave a live demo of it. It's very similar to Hearthstone. Single player campaign, multiplayer cross-plat. So you'll be able to play with PC players when you're on your Xbox One.
I said also coming to iOS and Android. And all
Yeah,
that crap.
iOS and Android as well. And you're only given like 10 cards or whatever, so you got to play your cards right. And all that stuff. And if you go to playgwent.com, which is what I'm on right now, you can register for the beta by clicking this little gold button.
What does it say?
I don't know. I didn't go on it.
Oh,
I didn't click on it because I don't really care.
it says register for beta.
Oh, well, yeah, that says register. I thought you said, what does it say when you click on it? What is the next page? All right. Tekken 7 was a big one that everybody was like OMG about. Well, the people in the stands.
I like fighting games.
Yeah. So early 2017, Xbox One exclusive story mode. So there'll be cinematic scenes and action gameplay mix. So it's kind of cool because it shows like a cinematic thing where the guy's walking in, like, oh my god, you know.
Yeah.
My name's
So-
Indigo
it sounds like,
Montoya,
yeah, there's
you
like a
killed my father,
story.
prepare to die kind of thing.
Yeah.
So,
Like you'll go through a story. It's
but
not
the
just,
way that it does it is cool because it shows like it'll show like an over the shoulder or first person perspective of it or whatever, and then all of a sudden like kind of like does like a Matrix thing, and then it goes side view, and you instantly go into fighting the guy. So it's like really kind of cool how the way that they made it seamless in between the cinematic scenes and the actual gameplay. So I have to give them some kudos for that because that was pretty cool.
indeed.
And Xbox Live Gold member. Gold member. I love gold. Xbox Live Gold members get Tekken Tag Tournament free all week. So I think it's Tekken Tag Tournament 2. So if you're an Xbox Live Gold member, go pick that shiz up now. And
Free is good.
don't paint your Yoo-Hoo gold. Not
I
a
like
good idea. How about no, you crazy Dutch bastard? The one with that I knew that our buddy Kenny. I don't know if you're watching. You haven't sent me a text saying,
Nope,
"Yo."
He's not watching.
I don't think he's
Hates
watching.
us.
Probably he's like, "This is like the worst channel ever." But I know he was probably, well, if he's seen it, which I'm sure he has at least watched it or searched about it, flipped his shit over, I'm sure. Dead Rising 4, and it's going to be Xbox One and a Windows 10 exclusive. So
Well, that
now
says
it'll be on
release
PC.
date. Oh,
Yeah,
dang it.
release date revealed. Yeah, which I don't have the
They
release
didn't
date.
say it. Yeah,
Because
they didn't say it in the. Yeah, they just showed it.
Well, this
and
was
it
only
said-
6 hours ago, so it must have leaked. They must have got it from somebody on the show floor.
Or the actual show, yeah. Except the pre-show or announcements.
They were
It was
very
actually the
vague
show.
and said holiday season of 2016. So it would be like October, December, or somewhere in there.
Yeah, probably November.
Oh, here it is. But now it's come to light thanks to an errant listing on Xbox Store that it will be out December 6th.
Nice. There you
So
go, Kenny.
Xbox screwed up and they listed it early. So December 6th. And I'm guessing that I didn't mark it down as a note for some reason, but I'm thinking it's a Play Anywhere title. So if you buy it on Xbox One, you can play it on your Windows 10 PC. And I believe it's cross-plat as well. So I think an Xbox One person can play with a Windows 10 player.
So Kenny can use his Xbox and play with us on.
Yeah, then you can actually get some use out of that $500 paperweight.
Don't remind him. No, he's never
Yeah,
going
I
to
know,
watch.
I know, he's gonna go slit his wrists. All right. So the next one, which I thought was pretty cool looking, this is the one that you were talking about. It had like the weird, like, hit numbers coming off of it, but you do play with other players, so maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, no, there was other people shooting this guy's like walking around through like one arrow every like 10 seconds.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what the hell is an arrow gonna do to that big fucking thing?
Well, there's like all these damage numbers, so this guy's like.
I know arrows are usually pretty OP in a lot of games, but I'm like, goddamn. So
This giant rock feet or rock guy.
a co-op where you battle giant dragons. It's a Windows Xbox One and Windows 10 exclusive.
It was not a dragon. It was like a spider. The one I saw.
Well, yeah, it was a spider, but you battle dragons. That's what it said. They opened up saying that you battle dragons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I missed that part.
Yeah. It says you'll encounter ground-shakingly massive beasts and meet the only being that can stand against their overwhelming stampede, the last living member of the sacred race, a dragon. So I guess the dragon is the boss.
Yeah.
And then he has like all these gigantic spiders and burpees and crabs and stuff that you have to battle before you get to him. So Xbox Play Anywhere title. So if you buy it on Xbox One, you can play it on Windows 10. Kind of like a newer Shadow of the Colossus, but multiplayer is what I put, because it kind of is. And it's coming in 2017. So it looks like it'd be a lot of fun, though. 1 to 4 players. What else does
like
it say?
A shrine.
Yeah, kind of like a shrine. So it's like an action RPG is what they're calling it. It's in that category. So yeah, it does look pretty badass, though. I mean, it's...
Excuse me.
Bless you. It looks like they put all of the detail into the monsters you're fighting and not in the characters you play as. Because like if you look at the cutscenes, like some of their faces and stuff,
bad, yeah.
You're like, oh my god, that looks like something from like PS3 or PS2. Like look at that.
PS3.
But then look at the detail on the freaking.
Well, okay, this is what I got. I watched. I mean,
it makes
Xbox.
sense. I would rather having all the detail on the awesome looking thing, not my character.
Yeah, I know. But looking at this, like
funny.
Watching the Xbox one and watching the PlayStation one, it looked like I was watching on Xbox 360, and then the PlayStation was all PS4. Like most of the game titles look really bad on Xbox for some reason.
Like, I mean, that looks really good. I wish I could make this bigger. You know, I guess I can like zoom in like really shitty, but then it looks ugly.
It's still a small image, you blowing
but
up.
I mean, like the details on the freaking things, like the creatures you're battling, look amazing.
Yeah.
In this
so
game.
I mean, maybe they
since
use
it's
it's so far
one.
out, it's just a placeholder. A lot of placeholders still. Just like that one game. Remember I was telling you how it really needs to be refined.
Oh, something Horizon. Or Horizon is the name of the game, yeah.
Far Cry Primal in 3045.
3045, yeah. I told Kristen that, and she goes, it does look kind of Far Cry-ish.
Well, Far Cry Primal, yeah.
Yeah, Far Cry Primal. But
yeah.
So yeah, it looks pretty interesting though. I mean, it's kind of a shame that it's going to be you have to sign into Xbox Live and all that crap probably on Windows 10. So
hopefully, like remember how everyone was like play and EA or its Origins and stuff in the beginning, and now everyone just doesn't care. Hopefully, it'll turn out like that. But
the UWP games that have come out so far have been such trash. And they don't work with anything. Like you can't use peripherals, you can't use dual cards. Like if you have dual graphics cards, you can't do anything. They're like all like locked FPS. It's just shit.
Garbage, yeah.
It's like, come on, get your shit together. I mean, you can't get any more console port than that if everything is locked. Like you can't fucking do anything. The next one that I'm really excited about, because I mean it looked kind of cartoony, but it looks like it'd be a lot really cool. Fun though. It looks kind of like Guns of Icarus.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
Like, first thing I was in the ship, shooting, battling.
Yeah, so it's like Guns of Icarus, but you're actually
very
like,
fun
in water.
Game. You should play if you can.
Yeah, there definitely needs a lot more people playing it too, because there's not very many people playing it. It's a fun game, but man, is it hard.
Yeah. I don't know. I was just like flying the ship most of the time. So
the freaking AI, the AI teammates played better than some of the real life teammates.
This is true.
Which is really rare because usually the AI is horrible and retarded. But so it's a Xbox One, Windows 10 exclusive. Again, like I said, most of these are pirate style game, ship battles, explore worlds with friends. There's going to be PvE and also PvP, so you can shoot and take down other people's ships, and then you're left with nothing.
I assume like you go like explore and collect.
Yeah, and you build up a ship and all that kind of crap. and then you
Because it's
go
like
out
Sea
and
of
battle.
Thieves, but like all the gameplay was just battling, which I mean that's cool. That's a good part of the game, but
Yeah. Now I'm pretty
maybe
sure you have to
it's
like
not
go
out.
get. You have to go get
Like explore the
resources and
islands to go get
explore and all that
the
stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
Because it says
Go get
explore open worlds with your
mountains.
friends, and then you can maybe like go to the other players' bases and steal their shit from them or something to help your
Steal their gold
yeah.
and jewels.
So and they did do a gameplay demo, so it showed the people doing the very unrealistic team communication, which never
Acting is great.
yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, let's get on the ship. Don't leave me.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh my god, don't leave me! I fell off the boat, man, overboard." Like, who the hell says that? It's more like, "Fuck! Oh shit!" Like, come on, at least make it look kind of realistic.
Mhm.
But yeah, it always cracks me up whenever they do like those things. Like whenever the Division was first reviewed, and it's like, "Okay, I'm gonna throw down my medic kit for you." It's like, "Oh my god, I'm fucking dying! Throw it down!" That's how it actually works.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, just make it kind of realistic.
Unless you're that one guy, Stone Mountain Gaming guy, who like, you've seen the videos where he's super serious.
Oh yeah. But it does look really cool. I mean, you can go to the website, you can watch the gameplay trailer, and then you can watch the cinematic trailer as well. So yeah,
That looked really good. It looks
does
really
look,
good.
It does look fun. That's for sure. No release date though. I don't think
Yeah.
they didn't give a
I
release.
mean,
date.
it looked pretty good. So I don't know. I'd assume maybe the end of the year, but
Yeah, I don't know.
see.
It doesn't say on the website.
Yeah.
No idea. All right, so the next one was State of Decay 2, and they added co-op now. So this is going to be an Xbox One, Windows 10 exclusive again. So it does have an official website that you can go to and read more about it, but up to 4 players can join to romp around and the end of human civilization. Oh my god, freaking Soda's talking back. Between this and Dead Rising 4's announcement has been a good day for co-op zombie fun. So coming in 2017.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks interesting.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Dead Rising. I think you can do more with this one. Like I think you can like actually like build and expand like towns and stuff. Yeah, sandbox survival game about building and expanding. So it's kind of a more realistic like Minecraft, I guess, kind of. Like
I was thinking more
realistic character models. I mean, not like zombies are actually real because they're not.
Yeah, they are.
Unless they're on that bath salt,
Indeed.
So the next one was Halo Wars 2, which everybody like cheered for whenever this came up, and they were all happy about it. So Xbox One, Windows 10 exclusive. Could have guessed that. Robot Mech Battles, February 21st of 2017 is the planned release date. It's an Xbox Play Anywhere title. So buy on Xbox One, you can play it on Windows PC. Week-long beta is on Xbox One right now. So if you're on Xbox One and you got Xbox Live, you can go and download the beta for this week.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, I can't really give a lot of input on these things because I've never played them. So
Yeah,
it looks cool. The issue that I had with it, though, oh man, I felt so bad for them because they showed this during the PC gaming conference, which got cut off because of Ubisoft. What was I trying to say? Oh, he was talking about it on the PC gaming conference or whatever, and they were showing like a demo of it, somebody playing it, and he was sitting there talking about it. He's like, oh man, it's got crazy graphics and crazy stuff, lots of explosions and fire, and he's like watch this one right here, and it shoots a bunch of rockets, right? And it wasn't the stream that did it because he paused and hesitated. It wasn't just my feed doing it. It shot a bunch of rockets at like this building that they were trying to blow up, like a little sub base or something. Mm-hmm. And then it hit it, and the guy was like freaking out about it, like, oh my god, look at it, it's gonna be so awesome. And then it like froze,
crashed,
and he's like sitting there looking at it, and then all of a sudden it finally showed it blow up, and he goes, look how good it looks. Like he had to pause because to get the footage paused, because I thought it was like my feed, but he's kind of like just sitting there looking around, like waiting for it to actually blow up. So it like freaking lagged up or something. It was really funny. That's got to be so hard to do, though, because you never know, like, if something's gonna go wrong.
Yeah,
I mean, that's got to be,
especially it's all like beta stuff, so
to be able to cover that. Like
crash.
during the NVIDIA conference or whatever, whenever they were showing off all the stuff that the 1080 and or Pascal can do, and then they were having issues with controlling the camera and the whole VR 3D thing. You remember that? And he's like, "Damn it, Dan, what are you doing?" or something like that. He was like getting mad at the guy because he couldn't control it properly. Oh, it was funny. And then I think this is the last one, right, for Microsoft?
Yep.
Yeah. Scorpio, Project Scorpio. So it's a 4K ready successor to Xbox One, powered by AMD. So yeah, it's supposed to have 8 CPU cores, 6 teraflop GPU. Holiday 2017 is all they said, but all accessories are going to be compatible between the Xbox One, the Xbox One S, and Project Scorpio. So if you buy a controller on the Xbox One,
they said
you can use it on all of them.
It's like everything's going to be compatible, like games, like
yeah, you can play game. Yeah, you can play any Xbox One.
Both of them.
Yeah, you can play Xbox One game on Project Scorpio with no problem. It's just going to be a beefier. Basically, it's going to be a fucking PC.
Yeah, it makes me wonder how much it's going to be. I'm expecting like six.
Yeah, somebody was saying it was going to be six. Like somebody said it was going to be like $500, and the guy's like, "Yeah, right, dude." He's like, realistically, I'd guess more around like $650, $700.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, you could build it with PC wise for probably like $600. But
I don't even think you could do that, dude. They're claiming that you're going to be able to play 4K at 60 FPS.
Well,
that's like a $1,500 to $1,800 PC.
I'm sure it's AMD's next like GPU. Like, instead of the 480, it's going to be like the 490 or something like that. So it'd be like the Fury.
That's not going to be able to do 4K at 60.
Oh, you kidding me? Consoles don't play at 60, dude.
They're claiming that more than 24. They're claiming that this is going to do 4K at 60 FPS solid.
No, they said 4K, and then they said like later on they said 60 hertz. So it'll be like 1080p, 60 hertz, 4K, 30 FPS. And so that's what I'm assuming. Which current gen, like 980, the Fury X and stuff, can do 4K at like 30.
Yeah, but the way I take it is a way I took it anyway, and that's probably what everybody else is taking it.
That's because you think it's going to be cool.
4K 60.
This is a console. It's not cool.
That's like really playing the word trap there to get people to buy your shit, man. I hate when they do. But
I mean, no, it's still going to be good. Like
really.
It's still going to be. It's finally going to be like a next gen console.
Yeah,
it's going to be like my PC now, pretty much.
No,
like, graphics wise, I assume it'll probably be close to 970 spec or GPU wise.
Yeah, maybe not CPU.
It'll probably be not CPU. Well, it's an AMD 8 core, which means it's an i7 4 core.
Yeah,
not even shittier than
because it's probably
i5 4 core.
It's a bulldozer probably. Like last year's, like 2-year-old bulldozer.
Well, it might be like this year's stuff. I'm thinking like this year's CPU. What's the?
But this year's bulldozer is the same as 5 year ago bulldozer.
Oh,
it's the same chip.
They're coming out with like a new CPU like this year, I think, right? So it'll be this CPU, but just a year from now when it's cheap.
Yeah, but they're starting to build them all now, so it's not cheap.
No, they're not. If they were building it now, it'd be out in holiday 2016.
Hold on, what is this? Wait. This was quick to point out 8 CPU cores, and this sort of performance suggests Microsoft stuck with AMD's APUs for Project Scorpio. Presumably, one's rocking Polaris graphics cores similar to what's inside the new Radeon RX 480, which AMD says has more than 5 teraflops of graphics performance.
Mm-hmm. So it'll be like the 490. That's what I'm assuming. And the price point's about there because it'll probably be about $300. So $300 GPU, $100 CPU, or $150 CPU, and the rest of the shit. So I'll be surprised if it's anything less than $600 price point.
I think it's going to be just scaling up to 4K. It ain't going to be true 4K.
No, it won't be true 4K, but
it's going to be like they claim now. It's like a next gen console, but they play at 960p. Or 920p. Well, it's going to be
you've seen like
I think it's going to be like
you've seen those YouTube videos, the potato masher or whatever.
No.
like the $350
Oh yeah.
PC. On some games it plays 4K. It's going to be like that 4K. Everything is going to be kind of low, and like it's not going to be super nice, but it'll probably play games at 4K. I'm expecting it to play games at 4K, but it's going to be like 30 FPS.
I think it's gonna be upscaled to 4K. It's not gonna be true 4K.
I think it'll be true 4K.
Not for no $600. It ain't gonna be.
Yeah.
Hell no. You can't play a 4K game with a $600 PC right now.
You can play it with a $300 computer.
Not at 4K.
Yeah, I mean, it's
4K is taxing as shit. Like people are still using dual GPUs for 4K right now. So
you get like good quality graphics. I'm talking everything turned low.
There's no point in 4K then.
Well, I mean,
looks like 720p.
In a year, like using the 490, it's like going to be a 970 GPU. A 970 GPU can do shitty 4K.
Yeah, I guess.
So I'm expecting it to play games at 4K.
I'm expecting it to be closer to $800 though. I don't see it being $500-600.
I think if they price if they price it anything above like $600, people I don't think will buy it. $600 is like that limit, I think.
I don't think so. I think if they price it at $700-800, they're still going to be like, man, that's cheaper than a $2,000 or $5,000 PC that can play 4K games. So that's a good deal.
Yeah, I mean, maybe
they
will.
A freaking 4K PC is like $7,000 because they don't research.
I agree.
They don't buy the PC parts, so they don't go and research them.
Maybe they're not trying to sell a lot of them, so they will price it really high.
Usually they either break even or lose money on the console because they make all their money on other bullshit like Xbox Live, having to pay monthly for that dumb garbage. So that's where they make their money. So maybe it will be $500-600 and they'll just lose money on every console.
I think $600 and they'll kind of like
losing money. Either losing $50 per console or just barely breaking even. $600.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Well, I mean, you figure it'll be to like a $300 GPU, right?
Well, now it's going to be the 490.
Well, the 480.
Yeah, 480 is 200.
480 is 200.
490X is going to be about $400. So that's 3/4 of your price already.
Yeah, it's half the price.
No, it's 3/4 of the price.
With $300.
I said $400. The 390, a 490X is going to be $400.
390X. 390. It's going to be a little bit better than the 480. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be like a 980, in between a 980 and 980 Ti.
That's what I'm saying. Great. I don't see you putting a $300 GPU in it and still having enough money for everything else to make it only $600.
It's an AMD 8-core CPU. It costs $150.
Okay. Then you got the cooler and all the parts and pieces that they did to put it together and everything. You're going to be breaking even.
Yeah, it's going to be breaking even. That's what I said.
They're not going to make any money on the console. They're probably going to lose money, in my opinion.
And then maybe holiday 2017, I think prices will drop by then, so it'll make a little bit of money. I don't know. But yeah.
It'll have to be the holiday of 2018.
I'm expecting.
Because this is launching at the end of 2017.
That's what I said.
You said it'll be going on sale. Like, are you mean releasing, like launching?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant going on
it'll
sale.
It'll be for
like
sale. No, it'll be for sale, going on sale.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I won't be buying it because it's going to be garbage. So.
What are you talking about? 4K, yo.
Yeah, upscaled. Oh. They claim 1080p. They claim 1080p for the Xbox One, and it never hasn't done it yet.
Some games.
Okay, 2 games have done it. Mm-hmm. Anyway, on to the next one. So the PC gaming conference,
was
really crappy, like always.
Yeah. Well, hang on. What's that game that was just released? And what's it called?
Lots of games were just released.
PS4, Uncharted
4.
Yeah. Is that upscaled?
Yeah. Well, no, I think it was 1080p at 30.
Yeah, it's 30. I know it was like 30 FPS. But, I mean, if you can get that at 30 FPS and then you beef the stuff up that much, I think you can get gameplay at 60 FPS. I mean, 4K. But of course, It won't be perfect. It's more of a gimmick. I mean, probably if you
Like
played at. No, I don't know if VR is
like the article says, or the article said, to say that you'll be playing Halo 6 at 4K is a joke. I don't think you'll be playing Halo 6 because Halo is like the one game that always hits 60 FPS. Always. There's no way
sure
you're
you'll
doing
have
4K at 60 FPS on a $600
it won't be
Xbox.
it won't be 60 FPS.
That's what I'm saying.
100%.
So therefore they're going to have to upscale it.
They'll have an option like 4K at like 30 FPS or 1080p at 60 FPS.
So they're going to have to do that with every game, and then most people will probably pick the 60 FPS and not in 1080. So therefore they bought a 4K console that they'll never play 4K on because they're always going to pick higher. Well, no, they won't because people can't see past 24 FPS anyway.
Exactly.
All right, we beat this one to death.
Dude.
PC Gaming Conference, they came out with Dawn of War 3. If you know about Dawn of War, then obviously you know what that is. I don't know what it is. It's an RTS game, which I'll never play, so they talked a lot about the different mechanics that you could do before and what you'll be able to. So they basically took the best bits from 1, because I guess the 1 was focused on base building. 2 was based on, or more focused on, like, the action and fighting and, like, the mechanics of the game. So they took the building from 1, mechanics from 2, and put it into 3. So they're making games like they should be making games. So that's
exactly.
They're
so
doing
it's
what
finally
they're
a complete game.
They're doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Third time's the charm, right?
Kudos to you guys for actually making games the proper way.
Probably pretty good though.
So Oxygen Not Included is from the creators of Don't Starve. So essentially what it is a colony sim, as it says in here. So it's like Don't Starve, which I think Don't Starve multiplayer. I don't know if it's only 2-player or if it's up to 4-player. I can't remember, but I think that'd be a really freaking hilarious game if it's like more than 2 players for me, you, and Kenny to play.
It's like the 2D like top-down game.
Kind of top-down at an angle, kind of.
Yeah.
And you just kind of hop around, you pick up stuff, you gotta farm, and don't go out after night.
Like,
if you go out in the dark, you die.
Or something.
But yeah.
Yeah.
It looks fun though. I've watched several people play a couple times, but I think multiplayer might only be 2-player. I don't know.
That sucks.
Early 2017, late 2016 is what they said. So they didn't give a clear date, but it looks
So I
like it'd be
assume it's
pretty
just
fun,
like you build a civilization.
kind of like Terraria, I guess, because like breakdown
no
shows
oxygen.
them. Yeah.
Because oxygen not included.
Yeah, but they're not wearing any oxygen masks or anything.
Well, it's like a survival game where you have to build up and build like
Maybe you have to be
oxygen
underground
things or
and there's no oxygen above ground.
some. I don't know.
Like up above ground, you can die, so you have to have a mask.
I'm just thinking because Don't Starve is like a survival game, so this is probably like a survival.
Well, I
game,
mean, I
and
know it's a survival game,
it
but
has to deal with not being oxygen. So, anyways,
it's a
Arch
space
survival.
colony management sim. So you're in space. That's why there's no oxygen.
there you go.
Duh. Pays to read, folks. Ark Survival Evolved was mentioned again. There's going to be a new redwood biome now, so you can there's going to be a bunch of trees that are indestructible, so you can't actually use them for resources. So that way you can build them up, and you can build like massive tree houses up in these big redwood trees, which is kind of cool.
Someone can't cut down your treehouse.
Exactly. New dinosaur was mentioned, a Titanosaur, or Titanosaurus. It's so big that it's literally like you can't kill it. You can't kill it.
Interesting.
So you can build a base on the dinosaur's back as long as you can tame it, but you can't tame it in a normal way. Like you can't use the narco berries or whatever to knock it out and tame it with food and stuff. Because it's immune to the narco berries, and I guess the only way to tame it is like you have to like basically make like a catapult or a weapon that's big enough to knock it the fuck out, and then you can tame it after it's knocked out again.
Interesting.
So you can't just feed it like you do the other ones and make them like super drunk and then make them your best friend. New mods, Primal Survival. Primal Survival is a mod where you actually play as any animal in the game and you live the whole life cycle of the animal. So you start off as a baby and you work your way all the way up to the adult stage. You can make packs and get a group of people and just go gang rape somebody in the game and Zerg rush the shit out of them, I guess. So that would be kind of fun. But what they're doing, I guess, is they're taking a lot of the community made mods, the most popular mods. I think it's going to be like the top 3 or 4 of the most popular community mods, and they're going to actually put them in the final game.
That's cool.
So that's pretty cool. I like that it's really focused on the community and stuff. So I love the game, but it runs like shit, man. Like you got to have a beast computer to get it to run smooth.
Oh yeah.
Like it runs kind of clunky on my machine. And like Cameron's, I had to put it down to where like everything looks like the rocks and the trees basically look like they were made out of like a cardboard cutout. It looks so bad, and it runs so bad on his computer, so I just stopped playing it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Up next was Giant Cop, which I thought was kind of interesting. You basically play as a giant cop. So there's like a city that is people are doing things they're not supposed to be doing or whatever, and the video was better, but the screenshots it's kind of interesting. You can literally pick up and grab anything. Now, this is where I was going to say about the Oculus thing that you were talking about with the whole exclusivity bullshit. Mm-hmm. So this game was originally, whenever they brought it up at the E3 thing, when they were talking about it, it was mentioned. Like, this literally all happened in, like, just since Monday?
Yeah.
Right? Because this is the PC gaming show.
It was Monday, yeah.
That was Monday. So literally from Monday till today, Wednesday. So it just basically all happened yesterday and today. So they announced the game and said that it was going to be on VR. Like they didn't say that it was going to be exclusive to anything. It was going to be on VR. Like you could play it on anything, right? Well, whenever I was searching for this to find it, the page, the first thing that came up in the search was a Reddit thing. So the first thing that came up was a Reddit link. So I clicked on it, and apparently after or during the E3 thing or after the E3 thing, Facebook / Oculus or whatever, I guess, like bought exclusivity rights to it. So there was now up on the Steam page and other places to buy it at, and saying that it was only available for Oculus. It was saying it was an Oculus exclusive, and the HTC Vive was wiped away. So everybody was freaking out. People were super pissed off, and they were like getting all angry at Oculus because of all their stupid exclusivity bullshit. Because they know nobody wants their freaking headset compared to the Vive, so now they got to do the whole exclusivity war. So everybody was up in arms.
Force people to buy it since they don't want to buy it outright.
Right. So everybody on Reddit basically just and other places or whatever like swarmed the hell out of, I don't know if it was the creator of the game, if it was Steam or Oculus, that everybody or whatever just like completely attacked them. And now it's back up on Steam as being Oculus and Vive. But Oculus has a timed exclusive, so Oculus is going to get it like a month before the Vive. So I was like, "Holy shit!" The community actually came together and did something. I was actually quite impressed by that. But so it is now going to be for Oculus and Vive. At least we know that. I don't know if it'll come to like Gear VR and all that.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I don't want to buy VR for right now. I want to buy the wrong headset, man.
Well, I just because of the way that they've been,
I think it's just too early to buy one anyway. So I think next year will be the time to buy.
Yeah, I think definitely the second gen stuff will be better. But because I mean, like that's what I'm saying. Like we were just talking about, like look at these graphics. I mean, I know it's like an indie-ish kind of game. It looks like it'll be kind of fun just to play around with for a little while.
Screen.
Like like you know, it looks like it'd be fun to play, like goof around with. Like it'd be one of those games that's like 11, 15 bucks or whatever, and then I like pick it up on Steam or something, and then I play it for a little while, having fun with it, just looking dumb in my office chair, and then Cameron or something can come in and Kristen can play around with it, you know, that kind of thing. Like it's super casual, just people can have fun. You can pick up people and throw them across the city and stuff. So, you know, just have a little bit of fun with all that kind of crap or whatever. But then like when we were watching the Sony's press conference or whatever, which we'll get into in a little bit. God, this has been going on forever.
I know, right?
We're at 2 hours now. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, I wanted to say something when we're at 1 hour, but
I didn't realize we've been talking about this shit that long. It feels like it's been like a half an hour. Oh my god. It's gonna be like a 4-hour long show, like you said. We still have Ubisoft and Sony to go.
Yep.
All right, we need
halfway through PC.
Yeah, we need to speed this shit up. So basically, what I'm saying is that like the Sony ones or whatever, like look like legitimate games. Like they were like AAA looking games. I mean, they looked really freaking good. Whereas most of the PC ones I've seen for like Vive and Oculus or whatever, they look like really fucking cheesy, and they're like really limited, like almost tech demos is what they look like. So it's like I want to wait until you can play like
real game,
like a real full freaking game in VR. Like, let me play Metro Last Light style game in VR, like where you're running through and you can look around
Fallout
in the
4
hallway, or Fallout 4 and that kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff that I want to see. And then I would say the $800 is worth it. But right now I don't want to call it a gimmick because it is VR. I mean, it really is VR. But and this is like shit that we dreamt of when we were a kid, you know. We're like, man, can you imagine when putting on a headset and virtual reality?
Or what was they had a Nintendo one or something, didn't they?
Yeah,
like a VR thing.
What was that? It was Virtual Boy.
Virtual Boy, that's what it is. Yeah.
All right, so the next one. Okay,
could you imagine? Like, I just they were talking about Fallout 4, but it's like put up your hand for your little Pip Boy and. Like, I don't know how the bat system and stuff work. I just think it'd be really fun to play with the Oculus. So, anyways, or whatever.
VR. It looks like it'd be fun in VR. So, Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord was mentioned. I don't remember if they showed a whole lot of it. I mean, they showed a little bit of video gameplay of it or something. It looks better, obviously, the updated graphics and stuff. They talked a little bit more about it, but something happened in the middle of this. Oh, I was at work because this one aired at 12:30 our time.
Yeah.
And somebody had called me because they needed something, and I was trying to eat lunch and ended up missing it because this was on. No, that's right. This one was at 2. That's right, because the Microsoft one was at 2 or 12:30. So I closed my door and I was like, "I'm at lunch, bitches." So I closed my office door and I was sitting there eating my freaking. My little deli wrap from my cafeteria while I was watching the Microsoft one and taking notes. So yeah, I got called away, so I missed a couple, and I came back at the end of this game, and I'm like, holy crap, I'm mad that I missed it. So I went back and watched a little
Vampire
bit. The Vampire one. Yeah, Vampire.
Oh, okay.
I caught the very, very first bit of Mountain Blade, and then I got called, so I had to get up, go handle business.
Oh, okay.
So I think there was another game in between them, but maybe not, because they may have talked about Mountain Blade 2 longer than I thought. So I don't know if I missed anything. But Vampire, like I put, looks awesome. It's from the makers of Life is Strange, which is really weird because I don't know if you've seen or heard anything about that game, Life is Strange. It's like a it's kind of like a choose your own adventure kind of game. It's like episodic, kind of like The Walking Dead was. And all that kind of stuff, like episode 1, and then you'd have to wait like 2 months or something, and then episode 2 would come out, and it was but it was all based around like some high school chicks, so it was like all like, oh my god, and all that kind of crap. So you go from that to this, and you're like, what? It's like made by the same people? Holy shit!
That's weird. Yeah.
So it is available, as you can see, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. So it'll be coming out to all the main gaming systems, or I guess you could say. I don't know anything about it because, like I said, I caught it at the very, very end. So I don't know exactly.
Graphic looks cool on the website.
Yeah, the graphics look really awesome. I know that. Like the lighting, it's obviously set in like 1600s, I'm guessing, somewhere around there. But it looks really dope. I don't know if I'm guessing you're a vampire. I don't think you're hunting vampires, but It looks really good. Like just the setting, I love this type of setting. Like almost like the whole Skyrim thing, you know. It's got like the old cobblestone roads and old buildings and stuff, so it just looks dope. So yeah, I'm really interested in this game.
I
Though.
was thinking, it looks more like, like what's that game? Dishonored settings.
Yeah.
Not Skyrim.
Well, not
which is
Skyrim,
like,
but I'm just saying, like, I just like the old
Yeah.
school shit.
mhm. Yeah.
Dishonored is more like steampunk, so it's like futuristic shit in old world, whereas this is actually old world.
Yeah.
It's like Van Helsing type stuff, so that's kind of cool. But I don't know if it's first person type thing or third person. I have no idea. I think if I rightly remember, it looked kind of like Assassin's Creed-ish. So like you kind of like jump in from doing some parkour shit across buildings because of course parkour's got to be in everything now.
It's fun gameplay people like.
Let's see.
Why it's in everything.
What's
Like
the next one I got?
Killing Floor 2.
Yeah, but okay. The next article I have is for 2 games down. So, yes, Killing Floor 2 DLC, Bullseye. I don't know why I put Super Hot one in there, but
yeah, I know. I see that.
Bullseye. There's gonna be more weapons. You can play as the monsters.
That's the DLC.
Yeah, the
Bullseye
DLC.
DLC. Okay.
Killing Floor. Which is still, like I told you, it's still in early access, and they've done 4 expansions while it's in early access.
Which is good.
It's crazy.
Because the game really wasn't, when we played it on an open weekend or something like that on Steam, it was lacking content.
Well, yeah.
So
it was just.
I'm glad they didn't release the game and then try to charge DLC like EA would.
Yeah, exactly. EA Access, yo. So new community maps made official. So again, just like the other game I mentioned before, you'll Ark or whatever. They're going to take all the best rated or highly voted or whatever community maps or whatever, and they're going to make them official maps whenever the game launches. There's a new sharpshooter perk for sniping. So like if you have the perk or whatever, you can, it shows like a little reticle, thing come up or whatever, and you can shoot from far away and it does like 50% extra damage or something. Leaving early access fall of 2016. Update is available now. So I guess Bullseye is actually available now to play, and it's a free weekend this weekend. I'm guessing it's all across all platforms. Free weekend. I don't know how that works, but I know on PC.
I thought that game was only PC.
Is it only PC?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I guess it is on the PC conference.
Yeah.
My bad. But yeah, so it's free weekend Thursday.
PC exclusive, yo.
And it's not a Windows 10 exclusive either. It's just a PC exclusive. You can play it on Windows XP, I believe. But yeah, so free weekend Thursday, tomorrow through Monday. So if you guys want to play it and see the new stuff, the stuff that wasn't available whenever we first did the opening weekend or whatever, then you can do that. They're also going to be releasing a new version of Killing Floor. It's a completely different game. So it's a virtual reality version of Killing Floor. And somebody mentioned something about, or an Oculus representative came out and talked about it. So that makes me think it's going to be an Oculus exclusive. I don't know for sure if it's going to be or not, but they didn't mention anybody else. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
So, but it looked pretty crazy. I don't know if you watched that one or not, because I don't think you watched this conference, but it's like it showed him walking down like one of the tunnels or whatever that's in the game and something like that, and then like the freaking zombie just like comes blowing around the corner, and he's like, oh shit, because you're in VR and it's like all up in your face. So
yeah,
it looked pretty nuts. But it's like a single player experience, obviously, because you're not going to be doing.
I really want to try a VR Vive somewhere. I wonder if there's a place I can find to do it. But anyways,
yeah. Moving
on.
The next one, I guess I can just switch back to this because switch back to just us since it's not Vampire that we're talking about. Super Hot VR. So this game is fun. I don't know if you probably haven't played it, but I bought it for Cameron because it was like on sale for like $9.99 or something at one point. I think it's like $20 game or something. But it's super awesome. You only move, things only move. I mean, things move really slow if you just sit there, but obviously it speeds up the more you move. and you have to dodge bullets. You can throw guns to knock them off balance, and then you can punch them and stuff, and then you can shoot. So it's very Matrix-like, and of course now in VR, it's even more Matrix-like. And it's funny because in the video or whatever, he's like leaning to the side or whatever, and he shoots, and the bullets are going over his head, and he's actually looking and watching the bullet go over his shoulder. So it's so Matrix. And then like he goes up to one guy at one point, and he's holding like the little club thingies in his hand or whatever. And then he goes up to the one, AI bot that's coming at him or whatever, and he sits there and goes like this, like, like put him up kind of thing to him or whatever. So everybody was laughing at it in the audience and stuff. So it looks like it'd be pretty fun though in a VR setting. Indeed. I really do want to get a VR headset. It's like the one thing that makes me like, oh, yeah, I don't want to buy one.
I know,
I
right?
haven't had that feeling in a while where I'm like, I just gotta have something. Tyranny, I didn't really pay too much attention to this, but it's by Obsidian Entertainment, who did Fallout New Vegas, which everybody loved Fallout New Vegas, so they obviously know what they're doing. I'm sure it's going to be a great game, but in this game, I guess evil actually wins. Like, so...
Didn't I say that earlier? It's like, there's like no games where the bad guys win?
Yeah. I guess in this one they do. So yeah, that's pretty
Sweet.
Interesting. It looked like a third-person type game, like over the shoulder, if I rightly remember. I don't know. They showed like a lot of concept art for it. I don't really know if there was any gameplay footage or not.
I'm very curious how this plays out.
Let me
it's
see.
hard.
Look it up.
It's hard to get like you playing or watching a movie or something where the bad guy wins and you feel good about it. You know what I mean? It's really hard.
Yeah, but that's what I always wondered. And I don't know. I guess that's the reason.
That's like what I say.
That's the reason why I have a hard time watching movies.
No. You should watch. Why? Wait. Why? I'm curious.
Because I'm tired of the good guy always winning. Because in real life that wouldn't happen.
You should watch. What's it called? House of Cards. Because the bad guy wins in that.
God, you just spoiled it, man.
Yeah,
no, I'm just kidding. Now you know what I mean though. Like it's like. You're like watching a movie and like
how it's gonna
and like the bad guy's walking around running his fucking mouth, like he's got the gun to the dude's head. I'm super fucking sick of you. Oh, I'm so sick and tired of you always messing up everything. And quit. In real life, he wouldn't even be talking to him right now. He would have just plugged the guy in the head and it would have been over. I mean, it just irritates the shit out of me. It's like, let's keep on running my mouth to give this guy long enough time to get out of the ropes that I crappily tied on his wrists.
Yeah.
I look at that stuff and I'm like.
Mm-hmm.
Typical shit, man. It's been going on since movies were a thing, so it's like it's really annoying. I want to see one where you're like, oh man, the hero's gonna win, and then he just gets fucked up at the end and dies, and you're like, I mean, just think of everybody's facial expressions in the movie theater, like, holy shit, the bad guy fucking won. Mm-hmm. So it's just it gets annoying after a while, I guess.
Yeah. But it's very, you know what I mean? It's very hard for you're like the bad guy to win, and you feel satisfied with that.
Yeah, because you'd have to be a sick motherfucker
that's why very,
to be happy.
Well, I mean,
that the bad guy
kind of.
You know what I'm saying, though? Like, you're a sick dude if you were like cheering on like Charles Manson.
But it's like
that's what I'm saying.
It's
though.
like it's yeah. That's
a movie versus real life.
How this happens.
But I'm just saying it's like. It's hard to cheer on the bad guy because then it just makes you look like you're an evil.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad. No, this game is not a third-person thing. It looks more like Diablo. So it's like a little action RPG type thing.
Interesting.
Looks pretty good though.
Yeah. Like
Tyranny.
It looks really good.
Yeah, it looks really good. Actually, it looks kind of fun.
I like it colorful.
Yeah. I'll have to pay a little bit more attention to that.
Indeed.
All right, so this is the one that I do have a link for, is The Observer. Mm-hmm. Now, this is like a cyberpunk horror game, as you can see. It's from the makers of Layers of Fear, which I watched somebody play the entire thing from start to finish on that, and it was actually a really interesting game, interesting concept. I don't know.
Layers of Fear?
Yeah, you'll probably never play it. So, I mean, spoiler alert, if you're going to buy this game on the Steam sale, mute me now.
I might.
If it's like $2. I like how you almost muted your mic. like that one's gonna do.
Well, no,
anything.
because I forgot it was like.
Oh, I thought you were gonna flip it
dial
up,
to
and I
turn
was
it
like,
down.
that
No.
doesn't work that way. But no, layers of fear. You basically go through and relive this guy's like memories of how he like mistreated like his daughter and his wife. So he's like fucked in the head. He's a painter, and you know it goes on the whole premise of you're always your worst critic. Like you always criticize yourself more than anybody else. Like you think your shit sucks, and everybody's like, dude, this is the most amazing thing ever. And so he's never happy with it. He keeps trying to paint the paintings, and you start finding bits and pieces that he used of his wife and kid to make the paintings, like skin or hair. It's just it was a really fucked up game, but it looked really good, and it wasn't really scary, like jump scary. I mean, there's a couple things where you're kind of like loud noise or something, and something falls off, and you're like, oh shit, and kind of startles you a little bit. But it was more psychological, like just weird imagery, and you're kind of like, oh man, like expecting something, but then nothing actually happens. So you're like, oh. And then you keep moving on. But it's made by the same people. It's real. I don't want to necessarily say linear. I guess it is pretty linear, but like it shows in the little clip here or whatever. It's like a lot of hallways, so it's like a lot of confined spaces. So you're always afraid what the hell's going to come around the next corner and all that kind of stuff. But so it's kind of futuristic, but it's cyberpunk, and your fears get hacked and used against you. So I guess you're a futuristic police that hacks people's minds and memories. So when you're hacking into their memories and stuff, you're obviously going to see how twisted of a person that person was. So it's going to be a lot of crazy imagery like that that's going to probably flash up on the screen and kind of make you go, ew, or whatever. Yeah. So, and then I guess somebody uses that ability against you, and it hacks into your brain and makes all of your fears like almost come to life, I guess. So you're like running from what your biggest fears are. So like if you're like really scared of Twinkies, you're going to have a Twinkie chasing you down the hallway. Or cellophane on your face. Because I know that's actually a really big phobia, apparently.
Really?
People are afraid, don't like having cellophane in their house, like saran wrap, because they're afraid that it's going to stick to their face and they're going to suffocate.
That's weird.
It's like a legitimate phobia. I'm like, really?
Interesting.
So yeah, I thought it looked pretty good. So again, here's the teaser trailer. It wasn't very long. What is it like? Oh, it doesn't even show me play length.
Yeah, 5.
Weird.
2 minutes.
So anyway, but yeah, it was like a couple minutes long or whatever, just kind of giving you an idea. It looks like there's kind of like this like matrixy kind of stuff on the walls because everything is kind of like being generated, I guess, in front of you because it's all cyber stuff. So to make it look like hacker stuff, yo.
Oh snap!
Yeah, yo. I think that's it for that one. Oh, we're not on that one yet. So the next one is Drop Zone. It's like an RTS MOBA style game. You basically create a robot and like build it up the way you kind of want it to be, and then you just drop into battle. Hence the name Drop Zone.
Titanfall.
Yeah, they didn't. Well, no, it's not on that scale. But yeah, it looked kind of like Dota, kind of, but it's like more robotic and all that kind of stuff. So it was like a bunch of mechs and stuff walking around, but like the characters are about that size, so they're like real small. And they had like lanes, I guess you could say. You had the bottom lane, top lane, mid lane, all that kind of stuff. So
yeah, MOBA style.
Yeah. Arma 3 Apex expansion for Arma 3. There's going to be 13 new weapons. They said there's going to be new.
Oh, Apex was out already.
It might be, but they said that maybe it is out. And maybe they're just
just came out, and that was like visual update, and everything they did was with Apex. Maybe I don't know. But there was one that just recently
I don't know.
came
I haven't really been following it, so. But yeah, so the expansion for Arma 3. There's going to be 13 new weapons. I guess there's going to be or already is, like some newer not futuristic, but newer weapons or whatever for like the special forces guys, I guess. And then there's like classic weapons, like different types of like AK-47s and all that kind of stuff are going to be in it for like the shitty Somalian type. I guess I don't know, like, but you know what I mean, like the pirate, terroristy kind of guys. new classes of vehicles, large vehicle carriers to fly, so you can actually load up one of the little Hummers or the pickup trucks and cars, the sweet fast
cool.
hatchbacks, and put them in these big cargo bob style plane or helicopters and fly them across and stuff, and take like multiple rockets to shoot them down, kind of thing, and all that. So should be pretty interesting. Turing test. Let me see if I can find a thing for this one really fast, because this one was kind of weird. Paper shotgun. I guess I'll do that one. No screenshots.
Yeah.
Really? Gay. I mean, stupid. So it's a first-person puzzler, linear story, but there's underlining meaning other than the story itself. This is going by what the actual developer said, and it's kind of Portal-esque, as I say, and they mentioned the same thing here. So, echoes the likes of
solving puzzle kind of thing.
Yeah, so it's kind of like Antichamber and like
yeah, which I thought was a really good game. Kind of the same thing. It had like underlying meaning.
Yeah.
Like
so it's going to be kind of like
like
they mentioned in this one, it's going to be like the Talos Principle, Portal, and it's a lot like Antichamber. Now that I've played it, I kind of know what it's about. But so yeah, you got like this little gun thing, and there's like doors, so you're like trying to get around different puzzles or whatever, and then there's like a door that you got to like shoot at the thing to kind of like electrocute like the panel on it, so like it opens up the door at a certain time, and then you have to grab something, and like it has, I don't want to call it it's kind of like the companion cube, but it's not a companion cube. It's like different blocks that are found in each level, kind of like the balls in Portal 2 that you just place down to like open a door or to trip something or whatever. So it's very Portal driven, I guess, kind of. So kind of a cool concept or whatever. Graphics looked cool. It's kind of futuristic-y, like robotic and cyborg kind of stuff. So it looked pretty interesting, though. Overland. It's kind of looks like the graphics of like Don't Starve, I guess, but you're in like a Jeep, and can drive from like place to place. I should have pulled all these up, damn it. It's really weird. Really, first access? Is this it? Yeah. So it's like real like boxy graphics and stuff.
Like Firewatch.
Look at that. 0 of 1,000 keys remaining. So it
wow.
Sold 1,000 keys since Tuesday.
That's pretty good for $20. That's yeah. Good funding for an indie game like that.
I'll click watch the trailer. It's just everything is stressful and works so well. So yeah, this is what it looks like. So it's kind of like Don't Starve mixed with
reminds me of
Oregon Trail.
Like, or I was thinking like what's that game? E.T. where you like go from block. Loads up a new block.
Yeah. So it's got like some like weird kind of like futuristic kind of like monster like things here. I don't know what the hell those are, but you got your little cars and stuff, and you got to try to survive, and you kind of do things.
Yeah, like little puzzles. So things. Yeah.
It looks pretty interesting though.
Yeah.
Oh, there's all of my freaking tabs.
Oh man,
Christ. I don't even know where the hell I was now. Scorpio, we're definitely past that. Here's the one that we're coming up to soon. All right. Actually, yeah, it is the next one. Nice. Dual Universe. So this one here was quite interesting. It's a space simulator. You can build ships and bases. You fly from planet to planet seamlessly. So you can literally like fly out of the atmosphere into space and then into the atmosphere of another planet. And it's all seamless. It doesn't have to load anything. It doesn't load up a new server or a new world. It just does it. The sci-fi MMO, according to the guy that they interviewed and was talking to him about it, everything is editable, not editable, like you can't like eat it. But continuous single shard universe is what they call it. So everything, it's kind of like what is that?
No Man's Sky.
No Man's
Or-
Sky. Yeah, that's the same thing. Single shard universe. So it's like you go from base to base, planet to planet, or star to star, or whatever, and it's all seamless. It doesn't have to load. You can create organizations and even create your own economy. So
So it's gonna be like a 3D version of Eve, or like
Basically.
a first-person short theme Eve or something. I
yeah,
don't
like
know.
Second Life kind of thing, but in like a space simulator. So yeah, I guess it's like Eve Online. Yeah. So yeah, pretty interesting though. Graphics look, pretty decent. Nothing crazy. But they showed him building, putting the little pieces together, kind of like
Rust.
Rust or like Kerbal Space Program is what I looked at it more because like
Oh,
it show
yeah.
or no Space Engineers. I don't know if you've seen any bits and pieces
I haven't.
of that, but it's kind of like Kerbal Space Program. Like it shows like a cockpit,
Yeah.
and you just put the cockpit on where it needs to be, engine here and the engine there, and then he just hopped in it and it showed him flying along the ground, and then all of a sudden he just like swooped up and went straight up out of the atmosphere and then went into another planet. So pretty cool. I mean, I guess
Sweet.
their website just went live Tuesday during the show. They said, yes, it's live now. So you can go into the community thing and you can actually start developing organizations now, even though the game is coming out like 2017. But you can like start
Yeah.
getting your group together and start making something. But I guess you all start off in like a spawn zone, I guess. So like everybody starts off in the same area, and then you kind of go out and branch off and make your own
Yeah,
colonies.
do whatever you want.
So
Sweet. Oh, it sounds interesting. Like I've always like the concept of like No Man's Sky or something like this would be fun. It's just to get you to keep playing. I'm not sure how it would work. It'd have to be like I don't know, like the concept of Eve, or then you have epic space battles and stuff like that. I think would be cool, but I don't know. We'll have to see how it plays out.
yeah, it looks pretty
That's
interesting
what
though.
like Star Citizen. I'm kind of like interested into this, like these open. I don't know if Star Citizen's like that, but just these like open world space games.
Mhm.
Because like I don't know if you ever played it, but Homeworld. Like I love that game. The RTS,
No, I've
it's like
seen
a
it
space
before, but
RTS. It's just like because it's like 360, and it's cool. Like that style of game, I think has always been interesting to me. So
Mhm.
I'll definitely have to look into this.
Yeah, it definitely looks cool. I mean, this is like it says here in the picture. It's all pre-alpha in-game rendering, so not too bad though.
Indeed.
And then Halo Wars 2. I'm not gonna talk about that one again.
February 21st, 2016.
Yes.
That's the only thing we haven't covered about it. I think. I don't think.
Yeah, well, it's coming to PC, and we already talked about that. It's an Xbox One, Windows 10 exclusive, so you got to have Windows 10 to play it. So all those people that have Windows 7 still, too bad.
Yeah, no. I gotta get. What is it? June 29th, or is it over now?
July 29th.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
It's
So
end of
see
next month,
some
I think.
upgrade.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's July 29th. So Day of Infamy. It's the creators of Insurgency. It's coming to early access July 2016, so next month, and it looks kind of World War II style. I didn't bring this one up because they didn't really show much of it, but the graphics are nothing like Insurgency. Like it looks like they almost went backwards. I don't know if that was the plan, but it kind of looks TF2-ish. I mean, not that cartoony, but I don't know. It's
Just
hard
like-
to explain. Like it
Yeah.
just it's not like heavily detailed character models and stuff. It's like very simple, but I guess
Like Day of Defeat.
kind of, yeah.
But the game.
Looks a little bit better than that, but it's just like they didn't put like all like the crazy like wrinkles and stuff in like the clothing, and like pretty flat and standard. I don't know if that's just because it's an alpha and whatever, but anyway. Mirage Arcane Warfare was one that got a lot of attention and people were liking a lot of. It's made by the people that did Chivalry, and it's all swords and magic. You have like Warhammers and kind of crap like that, but because they're like the people that make Chivalry, they focused most of it on the the actual fighting and everything. So you actually have to time your hits. So everything is about timing and trying to make the hit boxes and everything as realistic as possible. So like if somebody is swinging at you and you hit them before they do anything, it cancels their swing. They don't still swing through you like you didn't do anything to them. So you can block anything. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as you time it right and you actually do the proper thing. You can block and it throws their balance off, and then it allows you to get a hit in. But of course, you know, it is arcane warfare, so there's a lot of magic and shooting like magical darts and shit through the air. I don't know what else you would call that.
That video of like role playing, or this like it's an old video. Like they're like some people out in the woods or whatever. This guy's like throwing this crap. He's like, magic missile, magic.
Oh
missile.
yeah, I remember that. Doing that LARPing stuff or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah, that shit's funny.
Indeed.
But that's it though for the.
I mean, that looks kind of cool. That'd be kind of fun.
The PC game,
especially with Chivalry. I mean,
yeah,
they definitely have some good combat in that. The sword play is fun in that.
Yeah. There was more. I think Ubisoft was starting on the YouTube feed that I was watching. So they said, you know, if you guys want to continue watching, there's only like maybe 10 minutes or so left of the PC gaming conference. So if you want to continue watching that, switch over to Twitch. And I just stayed on the YouTube stream because I didn't want to miss anything from the Ubisoft conference. So there may have been discussed another game or two that I didn't get. So you'll have to do the research and look that up. All right, so Ubisoft conference. God damn, we need to hurry this up, dude. We're at 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I thought it'd be too.
I didn't think it was gonna take us this long to go through this shit, to be honest. But there was a lot of notes, man. They launched a lot of stuff. So basically, Ubisoft they started off with this crazy ass circus performance opener.
you're like, we need to hurry this up, and then you start off with this stupid circus dance.
Just Dance. Well, it's because it leads into Just Dance, and some people might actually care about Just Dance. So Just Dance 2017 coming to consoles and PC in October of 2016. Ghost Recon Wildlands. They showed this one, and this one was pretty.
It looks interesting.
Pretty big deal, yeah. I would say that the graphics are probably on par to like Just Cause.
Yeah, I was
hoping
it was going to be like the Division, just set in like open world or whatever, but not quite the Division graphics.
No.
I mean,
graphic wise, yeah.
Yeah, graphics wise,
it doesn't look bad though.
No, it doesn't look bad. But I'd say more along the lines of not even that good. I was going to say Far Cry, but not even that good.
Yeah. But you can play solo or 4-player co-op. It's an open world, high-profile targets that you need to take down. Like the gameplay that they showed, there was a guy they called the Cleaner or whatever, and he was like known for the Chef, I think is what it was, because he's known for making soups out of people's bodies, and getting rid of the evidence. So you plan your missions out and everything. They have vehicles like dirt bikes and trucks and vans and cars that you can climb into.
I guess that's another TV show where the bad guy kind of wins.
Why the fuck are you bringing that up right now?
I was just on the soup, and then it reminded me of Breaking Bad and him dissolving the bodies in the sulfuric acid. What the soup guy was, but no, that just anyways.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about now. You can chase the target, so if you screw up and you give yourself away, he'll try to run away, and then you got to chase him down the road and stuff, and try to kill him that way. And I guess it's going to be cool. March 7th, 2017 is when that is planned to launch. So it looks like it's a lot of fun, though. And I guess you can like have people join into your match or whatever, like right in the middle of a mission, because they were like, oh man, you know, it would be a lot easier if we had more than 2 people. And then, oh, surprise, surprise, you know,
Hey, I'm here,
hey,
guys.
I'm here,
Or it's
guys.
like
Can I play with you? And he's like,
they
oh
did the
man,
same
perfect
thing.
timing. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh
they
my
did the same
God.
thing in the division when they were talking about like there's like, all right, guys, I gotta sign off, and it's like, oh, what's up, guys? I'm here. you know.
Yeah, it's like, who the hell says that?
But yeah, mm,
Come in
well,
and
it's
be
just
like, hey, how's it going with Enrique?
that just gives you the impression though of it's seamless. You can hop in and out.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah, it looked like it was really cool though. I mean, it definitely looks like it'd be a good game.
Definitely a good game for us
Let's
with
see.
Enrique.
I can hear myself in your microphone, I think. How
Really?
loud do you have it?
Not very loud.
Really?
My mic's boosted a lot though. I don't know. For some reason,
Oh,
mic's really quiet, so I had to boost it a lot.
weird. Um, all right, so yeah, I said the date for that one. So the next one is South Park. I was surprised that they allowed them to say everything that they said in this video. To be quite honest, like I don't know. It's Ubisoft though. Ubisoft always does that. Like they're like nobody else says anything, and then Ubisoft comes out.
Yeah,
And
I was watching.
They actually have a
Xbox
fuck
One.
counter. Like how many times the word fuck is said. I'm like,
Yeah,
really?
they had like what was it? Hang on, I'm trying to find it. It was Microsoft Gears of War, and like there's like I don't know if it was just like the YouTube video I was watching or like they actually edited it, but there's I guess there's a part where this chick says some bad words or whatever, and they just like cut the sound off. It was very
I
annoying.
mean, there
But
might be
then
kids
like,
watching, so
yeah, no, but it's the same. It's the same video that I watched down here, and I'm watching the Stick of Truth, and what's her
oh
name,
yeah,
the Ubisoft announcer,
Aisha
saying
Tyler, yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah, so it's just weird. Like, so it seems like Microsoft muted it or censored it, or not IGN, but 'cause that's the video I was watching.
Yeah.
Just 'cause I couldn't watch it live. But anyways, yeah. But no, South Park, fractured hole.
Man, that's so weird. Why is it doing that?
What?
I don't know. I keep hearing myself. Like I'm getting feedback from myself or something.
Mm.
It's really weird. It
Yeah,
only
that's
does it
weird.
every once in a while, though. It never did it before with your headset, so I don't think it's your headset. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
picking up myself. I don't know what it is, but
It
anyway.
could be, because I could hear some stuff through your mic. Like I could hear the rain when it was quiet. And that's
Yeah, probably whenever I was talking, because I have the noise gate, so I have to talk over a certain level before it kicks on.
Yeah.
But anyway, so South Park fractured butthole, which is funny because it's a fractured butthole. I cracked up laughing when they said the name of it because I was looking at it trying to figure out what the hell it was. I was like, does that say something about the world or something? I couldn't tell what it said because I was sitting way back on my couch. But so it leaves off from the Stick of Truth. So if you played the Stick of Truth, then the way that they said it, Matt and Trey Parker, the way that Matt Stone and Trey Parker, the way that they said it was like the Stick of Truth ended, and then the very next morning they wake up and they decide they want to be superheroes. That's this game. So it's like
that's pretty much, I guess, like it shows like the beginning of it, and I guess I haven't played the Stick of Truth, but I guess you could become king or something, and you start off with wearing like this crown thing, and then Cartman's make it so because you're not a superhero.
Yeah.
So
you play as superheroes. You can choose a class, like if you're like a fast player or like a tanky kind of player or whatever. They
said that up to 12 classes or something
Yeah.
ridiculous.
something like that. But if you want to watch the trailer for it or whatever, you can watch the trailer for it. But it'll be out December 6th, 2016, and if you pre-order it, then you get the Stick of Truth for free. So it's going to be a good game. I don't see an issue with pre-ordering this game if you like South Park, because the first one, I didn't see anybody complaining about it. It seemed like everybody absolutely loved it. So probably the first Ubisoft game that ever launched that didn't have a bunch of problems right from the get-go. But anyway, so December 6th, 2016, that will be coming out.
Well, what problems did Ubisoft really have?
What do you mean?
Besides graphics downgrades. Other than that, I mean, that's all that pretty
Assassin's
much.
Creed was absolutely shit, and you could fall through the freaking floor. And in certain scenes, your fucking face would just disappear, and it'd be like a floating eyeball and teeth.
Well, that's just a Rush game. That's just a piece of crap.
Okay, that's a problem. It's like their
Yeah,
biggest IP, and they rushed it out and made it that bad. That tells you something about a company. That's all I'm saying.
It's just, I mean, it's like number
Watch Dogs
7 or 8
2, when it
or something.
first launched, it ran like absolute horse shit, and people were getting like 15 frames per second on like beast PCs and stuff, and it took them like almost 6 months till it was working properly, and then it still was buggy.
I never had any issues with it.
Yeah, it was way after 6 months after when you played it.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
It was pretty new.
was it?
Yeah, it was within the first like month or two.
I don't know. Everybody said that the FPS and shit was like 15 frames and stuff in areas, and stuff wasn't working. Certain things wouldn't load, like the guy behind the fucking glass for you, or whatever that problem that you had.
I don't remember.
I know we talked about this last week and you didn't remember. Anyway, so they showed some gameplay. I thought it was like really retarded though, because like the guy's like lands on the building, right? I don't know if did you watch these? Did you watch the trailer of Watch Dogs 2? Or did I? Oh, I skipped all the way down to Watch Dogs 2, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
I skipped the Division because we already talked about it, kind of. So
Yeah, that's fine.
but yeah,
for
well, they did
Honor.
add some stuff. Endless replayability for the Underground mission. June 28th on Xbox One and PC. August for PS4. If you for Ubisoft's 30th birthday, if you're in the Ubi Club, or Ubi Club, you can get the Splinter Cell and Ghost Recon and Rainbow Six outfits for free right now if you go in there and you're a part of the Ubi Club. Another expansion that they talked about was Survival, which is an expansion against the elements, I'm guessing. It shows really harsh weather conditions, going after a cure for the disease that's going on. I can't remember what it's called in the Division.
I don't know. They like had like 5 different names for it. I liked the dollar flu. I thought that was the best name, but then they call it like green poison and then something else like towards the end of the game. It was annoying.
Oh yeah,
I like dollar flu. I thought that was the best one.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Coming soon is all it says, though, for the Survival one.
I think it was supposed to be like November or maybe October because it was supposed to be like summer, fall, and then winter.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll buy them, though, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
We've
There's
kind
enough
of-
other games.
We kind of fell off on that game quite a bit. I mean, it's fun to play, but the bullet sponginess is really getting annoying now.
Yeah, I mean, once you get higher levels and better
That's
gear
what I'm
and stuff
saying,
like
though.
that. But
God
no,
damn,
it's
how long does
like,
it take you to fucking get higher levels? Because if you get higher levels and better gear, don't the guys just keep leveling up too that you're fighting against?
Not really.
Is there ever a point where you can shoot a guy in the head one time and he's dead?
No, I don't think so.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Usually
just hard for me to
couple
get past that. That's what I'm trying to say. RPG and gun stuff just doesn't mix. Can't do an RPG
I mean, it's
with guns.
fine, but there's no end game in the game.
So
it's kind of
unrealistic to shoot a guy 15 times.
So I mean, this adds a little bit of end game, I guess, but still, in my opinion, it's not really end game. So
yeah,
it's just things to do, which I played it for 100+ hours.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like things to do. I mean, if it was like
I got other
$10,
games to do. Yeah.
If it was like maybe $5 or $10 for this expansion thing, then maybe, but it ain't gonna be. I mean, like $20 probably.
I think the season pass is like $40, so
Yeah,
it's probably $15 each.
probably. So For Honor, you can talk about the next two because I didn't watch these, so I don't know what they're about. I mean, I could read the notes, but
Yeah. So, anyways, this is Game for Honor. I guess they said something about they showed multiplayer at last E3. I don't remember it, but it looks like there's like 3 factions. You know, they got the samurai and the Vikings and the knights, and then it seems like there might be. Yeah, it seems like there's going to be like a single player type game. That's what like the C3 kind of showed. But I don't know, it looked kind of interesting. Like it showed like they've been fighting these 3 factions, like started fighting 100,000 or 1,000 years ago, and then are still fighting now or whatever, and they don't even know why. Blah blah blah. But they have the campaign to go through.
That sounds.
That's what it seemed like. Yeah, but it seemed like there was going to be single player campaigns as well as the multiplayer that is played, I guess, at last E3. But then they were talking about an alpha is coming soon, so you can go to the website forhonor.ubisoft.com and register for it when the alpha comes out. I assume it'll be like a multiplayer alpha, but It's like sword fighting and stuff like that. Like I said, Vikings and samurai and knights. So it looked pretty interesting. It kind of gave me that chivalry-esque, but the single player really intrigued me. If there's like a single player for it, especially being 3 factions, there'd be some replayability with it. So you can play 3 different campaigns, I'm assuming. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
it looks pretty good.
But oh yeah, the graphics look pretty decent, and look pretty cool. So I guess it was like end of world times, and they start fighting over like this little stream, and then like later on they're like 1,000 years later and still fighting. They don't know why, but that's kind of the gameplay that we showed, the trailer that we showed, and then they showed some gameplay where the Vikings raided the samurai town or whatever. So that was pretty cool. But it was all like CGI. So I don't know if you like play like that or. Well, it showed like some later on. It showed some of the fighting, which is pretty cool, some boss battles and stuff like that. So it looked fun. Yeah. But it was definitely like a single player game to play. So that's why it makes me think there might be 3 separate single player game or playthroughs. Which
from different points of view, I guess.
Yeah, the samurai, Viking, and the knights. So, but yeah.
So Assassin's Creed movie apparently. I mean, I don't know if they were working on one. I already knew that.
Were they? Okay, I didn't even know that. So, but then they started talking about it. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So, I guess they're making it. It's going to be released December 21st.
Who the hell is Michael Fassbender? I'm having a hard time picturing who he is.
Google it. Michael Fassbender is the lead role of the assassin guy. So, it looks pretty cool.
That dude's badass.
Yeah,
I like his roles. He's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he for the people that I'm not showing right now, he did what the hell's his name?
Just show his face.
Fucking what's his name?
I don't know.
Oh well, whatever. I can't remember his name.
Why don't you just show it?
Because I don't want to show it. Doesn't need to be shown. I'm sure everybody already knows who the fuck he is, so it doesn't really matter. But no, he was Magneto in X-Men.
Yeah. Young Magneto.
X-Men.
Yeah.
Magneto, period, in X-Men
First
Class.
Yeah, First Class.
I think the old guy was young and old.
What's the old guy, which is, what's his name? I don't remember. I think there might have been the old guy in, like, the beginning or something.
Or not. I think that was the next one.
How did they link it?
The next one, I think, showed.
Well, how do you link the 2? You know what I mean?
You don't need to link the 2.
The old movies. And
you already know who X-Men are. Yeah. You don't need to link them. I mean, you don't need to be like, I remember when I was 15 years old.
Something like went back in time or something.
No, I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen that movie.
Yeah, no.
All right, so
anyways, but yeah. So it's coming out this Christmas. So seems interesting.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
I've never played any of the Assassin's Creed games, so I'm not sure how the story is or anything like that. So that's one game
a lot of them, but I haven't played them.
Very interested in getting this Steam sale if they can get like a pack, the group of them for cheap. But there's like 30 games, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's that. Now on to Watch Dogs 2.
Yeah, Watch Dogs 2. Woohoo.
Watch Dogs 1 was okay.
Yeah.
Like I didn't like the story that much. I thought the characters were kind of lackluster. People said the story was okay. But
did you watch the Ubisoft conference?
Not Watch Dogs 2. I was watching it just before we started, and I got to, I think, Assassin's Creed, and that's when I stopped. And then you logged on right when Watch Dogs 2 was coming on, but I didn't watch it.
All right. So the part that made me angry and like just irritates the shit out of me is
I saw him hack like a 84 Camaro.
Oh god, it pisses me off so bad. But I get it. It's a video game. They're trying to make it super cool, and you're supposed to just have fun with it and not take it too seriously, and blah blah blah. But the dude like is on like a crane, controls the crane. He jumps down on the building, and right before he's going to quietly, ninjally infiltrate this building, he pops in his earbuds and says, I'm about to go in, give me something hot, or something stupid shit like that. And it starts playing this music really freaking loud. like some old. I mean, it was old school, awesome hip hop music. I loved it. I loved the song that was playing, but and he's like sneaking around, listening or like trying not to make a sound or whatever. I'm like, how in the hell does he know where anybody is and hear anything when he has both earbuds in and they're playing this freaking music? I'm like, who the fuck does that? Like, oh, I'm going to be super sneaky and infiltrate into this place. Let me put in my earbuds and blow my freaking eardrums out while I'm trying to sneak
They're trying
around.
to integrate epic music.
That's what
into
I'm
the
saying.
game.
It's
Just don't know
dumb.
how. Yeah.
They're trying to make it super hip and cool, and I don't like it.
But they did it well in Far Cry 3.
Yeah,
that was the best.
well, yeah, that was the music for the game. This is like him. They're saying that he's listening to it while he's doing it. In Far Cry, you weren't listening to that music while you were driving around.
They're trying to play it in the game, but
just make it music in the game
somehow,
not
yeah,
him
no.
actually listening to it. It's dumb.
Incorporating it in, yeah.
So the free running
Right,
looks good. I've seen a video, the reveal for it or whatever. They actually had a professional free runner run around with those little freaking ball registry thingies all over his body. I don't know what the hell they're called. Motion capture thing, and he was running, jumping over walls and stuff. So it looks really legit. Like, I mean, the animations look really good.
Really fluid and everything.
They're like just stupid stuff where he like hacks a screen in the mall and it puts up these little hands flicking off everybody. It's just trying to be super hip and cool, like I put on the notes, and it's just kind of dumb, but just looks super corny to me. But PS4 will get all the DLC 1 month.
It's gonna be like any like hacking thing.
What?
It's just like super corny and like over the top.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
So
like
dumb.
that, like the old school movie Hackers. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's like stupid and corny and over the top. Like,
yeah. It's
just
like that's not how
realistic.
it fucking is. Just make it realistic.
But it's entertainment.
Yeah.
Maybe they just don't know what's going on or something. I don't know. But,
So, but yeah, and we talked about it, about the 84 Camaro or whatever, but it's like a 60s Volkswagen bus, and he's like riding behind it, and he shows him zapping the back of it, and it like starts driving and turning all of it. A 60s freaking bus is not going to be hackable. I mean, seriously, I don't even think it really has much of a freaking like ECU.
you can,
Does it?
You fry out
ECUs back then?
the coil.
You could fry out the coil, but not steer it.
That's like the only electronic thing in there besides like
exactly. So I'm like sitting there looking at it, just like freaking completely like face palming the entire time. I'm like, this is just so. I don't understand. Maybe
whatever. As long as it plays well, I'm okay with it. But
I won't buy it, but
I probably won't buy it. But I mean, if I happen to buy a 980 Ti and it comes with it for, 1080 Ti and it comes with it for free, I'll play it. So how we got the last one.
I still haven't played it. I don't think
I know. I mean,
either.
It's worth a playthrough. I think that
I watched you play it for a little while, and it was just looked boring as fuck.
I mean, it's like GTA. Some parts you get boring, but overall the story was okay. It flowed decently. I mean, characters were, in my opinion, lackluster, but like the main character, in my opinion, I didn't care for him at all. So, but overall, it was okay.
He didn't grab you.
Yeah, I mean, it was just
feel
like
connected.
Yeah, it was just
because
whatever.
you're not a super cool hacker. I can zap cars with your cell phone and control them, like the Ferrari F430 that somehow he just went beep and then it drove right over to him and opened the door and picked him up. Because that would totally happen when you hack a Ferrari.
It's Kit, yo.
Yeah, you could turn any car into Kit just by going beep.
Just beep.
So trash. All right. So the next one, open world extreme sports game, Steep. This game looks kind of fun. This is up my alley. This is kind of shit that hasn't been around for like ever, like old SSX Tricky or whatever, and like Tony Hawk and what was it? 1080 snowboarding on N64 and all that kind of stuff. Man, I loved all that stuff. It was so much fun. Cool. What was it? Cool Borders. Cool Borders on PS1, man. Oh, those were the days. Oh man, I played the hell out of that game. But snowboarding, base jumping, basically all the snow extreme sports games because they're like based out of the Alps. somewhere, or they're around the Alps.
So basically, everything people do in GTA and Just Cause, now there's a game for it.
Sort of.
All these stupid like crazy jumps and.
Well, yeah. You got, like, but
now there's a game.
they have the
for it.
freaking wingsuit in here and shit too. So like, I mean, it's just crazy. You can like jump off of cliffs and then open up your parachute for base jumping and stuff. But it's cool because you can fly around in your hang glider or like their little base jumping parachute or whatever, or your wingsuit. And as you're flying through in the wingsuit, you can see somebody else that's in the server with you that's snowboarding down that mountain. So it's really cool. It's like all kind of intertwined with everything. So,
yeah.
What else was there? You can share your lines down the mountains. They showed that. So like if you like go down a mountain pass or whatever and you make a couple cool jumps and stuff, you can actually go back and look at your line, and it shows a bunch of dots along the line, and you can go back to a certain point and say, "Whoa, what was going on here?" And it'll actually tell you like a little panel will come up and tell you what your speed was, what your altitude was, and what you were doing, and all that kind of stuff. And so it's really kind of cool. You can share them online, like any of your crashes or replays of you doing something awesome. I guess it comes out in December of this year, and you have a chance to get into the beta, which I'm guessing if you go to their website for their game or whatever, you can enter in to try to get in the beta.
Sweet.
So.
Definitely.
But yeah, like it says in here, every line that you take down the mountain actually leaves a trail in the snow.
Nice.
So that's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. That's like one thing. Like, anyways, it bothered me. Like the Forza thing where they're driving in the sand. I mean, just like the graphics are supposed to be cool.
No tracks.
Yeah, there's no tracks, and then like the particle effects when you're sliding in the sand, it's just like crappy. But anyways, let's move on. They have a next gen console coming out now, so might actually be good.
Very true.
So now on to the final one.
Yes, finally Sony. Which
Yeah,
I thought was
God
the best
of
one
War.
of them all, to be
Yeah,
to be
God
honest.
of War looked fucking amazing.
Yeah, it looked really freaking good.
Yeah, everything Sony looked really good.
Yeah, they're doing a good job on their games. That's for damn
It
sure.
made me want to buy a PS4. That's for sure.
Let's see.
Maybe that's what I'll buy.
What, PS4?
Yeah.
No, you won't.
No, I won't.
All right. So it looks incredible. The dev said definitely not this year, so most likely it'd be 2017. It started off with, I guess, your wife or the mother of your child, I guess, died. So you're teaching your son essentially how to hunt, and you're like, it showed the gameplay of them following a deer, which looked more like an elk and sounded like an elk, but the guy kept saying deer in the game.
Well, this is
that really fucking annoyed me.
World.
But anyway,
something else. This is the God of War universe.
So he's like, helping his son, whatever, and then his son, they happen upon the first, bad guy, big beast thing of the game or whatever. He fights him and battles him. And of course, it has like a really awesome freaking thing where you go in, and then it has like some quick time event. And you like smash his head into the ground, and stick your finger in his eye, and poop on his head, and just all that kind of stuff. So it's the typical God of War stuff, but it looks extremely amazing. And then it finishes off with a dragon flying over your head. So I'm guessing you're going to be fighting some dragons at some point.
Yeah.
So it kind of looks like it's going away from like the gods, though.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I never played any of the games.
I mean, there's no real gods left. I mean, like the Ares, the God of War, was like in the first or second one, and you like kick his ass. So it's like Gaia, which is like the goddess or whatever of Earth or something, and like land and shit. And it's like there's no real gods left. So it's like I wonder where they're gonna go with it. But who knows?
Be interesting.
It looks really good.
Anyways. The PS3, if you watch the PS3 or 4 stuff, there's something weird going on with the PS4 stuff. It's like in the distance. I don't know if it was just the stream I'm watching or something, but like in the distance, things aren't crisp. It's like, it's almost like it's interlaced or something. It's really weird. Like, I don't know if that's how they're getting the extra performance or something like that.
The depth of field is all they're doing.
No, it looks weird. It's not just
like
like
a bokeh effect. So like it looks blurry in the background.
well, it looks like it's not like the real textures. I don't know. It's just really weird. But if you can like watch some of this stuff and look at it, it just looks weird. I don't know if that's how they get an extra performance or what.
I don't know.
I noticed it in the God of War, and then also the what was it called? Horizon, I guess.
Yeah. Like, I mean, what are you talking about? I don't understand what you're talking about.
I don't know. It's really weird. Like in the distances, you can tell like
right here, like it kind of looked blurry.
Yeah, but it's like not like blurry. It's just like the way it's rendered is weird. I don't know.
I guess I wasn't paying attention to what was going on way back in the background. I was watching.
Yeah, I was looking. It's just like when they're running through and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. It's just one thing I noticed on it.
Weird. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks really good though. Then Days Gone is an open world zombie apocalypse that gets everything right, as they put it on Games Radar. But it looks like you're like a bounty hunter in a wasteland world. Obviously, there's zombies. They did live gameplay at the end of the conference. It looked pretty intense though. I mean, you could see in this picture there's like a wall of freaking zombies coming at you, and it looked okay. Like it didn't look like you were spraying loads of bullets at them to kill them all. Like I thought it was really cool how they ragdolled and stuff. So like whenever they were coming down that one ramp at an angle or whatever, and he was shooting the ones in the front, they were actually like kind of tumbling and flopping down to the ground and tripping up the ones behind it. So I thought that was really cool. They didn't just like run through them like they didn't exist.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like this one here says, it's like a liquid tumble of bodies that's almost impossible to process. They're just like pouring down the freaking hill. So yeah. It looks really good though, and it looked like it'd be pretty fun to play.
Mm-hmm. Definitely looks interesting.
It looks kind of The Last of Us kind of esque, I guess.
Yeah, that's what at first I was like.
That's what I thought too. Because I'm like, he's on the motorcycle. I was like, is this the next Last of Us? I was like, that doesn't look like the same guy though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then they started, talking about, like, they showed the zombies. And I'm like, that's not what The Last of Us had. So I was like, that's definitely not what it is. And then it comes up, and I'm like, because I even put in my notes, because they never say the name of the freaking thing until the end. So I always put a question mark, and then I would hit enter and then tab in one more time and do notes.
Doing the notes, yeah.
So I put Last of Us 2, question mark, and then I was like, he's gone. What the hell is that? So I had to go back up and delete it. So then all of the points that they made about it and a little bit more was shown at the end of the conference. So you had to wait a whole freaking hour and 20 minutes or whatever before they showed you more of it. So I was like, what the hell game is it?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but it does look really cool though. It looks good.
Mm-hmm.
And for anybody who is a freaking PlayStation fan, Sony PlayStation fan, this was probably the biggest news ever here, because this game has been like talked about at I think every single E3 since the PS3 release. This was supposed to be a launch title with the PS3.
Wow. I have to admit, some of the graphics look like they're still PS3 graphics.
That's the art style though of that game. So
I know, but
it's Shadow of Colossus. That's just it's meant to look that way, I guess. But that's how it's always looked. But anyway, yeah.
It's just
October
like the flowing,
25th. Yeah.
Like in the still pictures, it looks fine, but yeah, the feathers, it just looks weird. But
yeah, it's their weird
it looks
art
good
style, though. Like even like the boy,
looks like it might be fun.
Even a little picture of the boy or whatever, it's like real cartoony and comic booky looking.
Well, that's because
kind of anime style. I mean, it is
PS3
Japanese, but yeah. But yeah, October 25th, 2016. So everybody was freaking out in the, what do you call it? Arena or whatever. Mm-hmm. So looks good. I mean, it's going to be tons of fun to play. I'm sure they had a playable demo actually at or on the floor. So I'm sure loads of people were playing it. I saw a couple people mention it when I was looking for a link to pull up. They said that they actually got to play it or whatever, and they said that they fell in love with the big creature, which I don't even know what the hell it's called. Gigantic feathered friend.
Bird
is all
dog.
it says. Bird dog.
Bird dog. I don't know.
It's a bog. Or a dird.
Yeah. It looks cool though.
Yeah.
Definitely might be worth
I'm
PS4
telling you,
for.
man, this E3 was probably the first one in a while that was like, man, I really kind of wish I owned a PlayStation 4.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, man, I want to play like freaking Days Gone looks awesome. God of War 4, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
I want to play that so bad. I'm going to have to either
Indeed.
buy one or borrow one from somebody or steal one out of somebody's house.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the next one is Horizon Zero Dawn. This is the one that you were talking about that looks like it needs some more polishing. Because
Oh, it definitely does.
character
If you watch
interaction looks weird. I know. It's
if you watch,
it did look kind of weird.
It's just not polished, but yeah, I mean, it's those minor details at the end when they're working on actual playability.
Yeah.
I'll fix later on. But
so there is
funny.
a release date that I see on here. It's February 28th, 2017.
Mm-hmm.
But you're like a tribal girl, but going against like futuristic robots. So it's really kind of weird.
So it's Far Cry.
I didn't even realize that it was made by
30.
Guerrilla Games, who made Killzone.
Oh, really?
God, Killzone looked amazing. Why does this not look amazing? I'm so confused right now. Because Killzone, whenever it was like in beta, like a year before it came out, it was the best looking game on PS3. Like, holy shit. Like, no other game looked as good as that except for maybe Uncharted.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, it looks fine. There's a lot of foliage and stuff.
Yeah, which is really hard.
This is
to
another one
process.
where you can notice in the far, like in the distance, the foliage. It just looks weird. So another one you can look and see if you want to rewatch the E3 footage.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't notice it. But yeah, I had a lot of weird frame rate drops in this one though.
Yeah, I figured. I mean, looks like it's still in development pretty heavily. So
this one was pretty weird. Detroit Become Human. So you're like an android detective or something, Connor. Like you talk. Well, this one is, I guess, because it's like they don't have human rights or whatever and shit. So I don't know. It was really weird, but
it's like multiple scenarios.
Yeah,
like
like you
choose your own adventure kind of thing.
You can kind of rewind it though and see how it changes it or something.
Was it? I thought that was just showing.
Maybe it was just showing how
like the different paths you can take.
Like
so
you can choose to
like every little
shoot the
thing,
guy, or you can choose to back off and be like, "All right, man, let's talk," or something like that. So,
but I think it's more complex than just like one choice.
Yeah.
It's compounding, like because they showed like 30, or well, not 30, but there was like at least 5 or 10 different outcomes to the same scenario in the little clip that they had on E3. So, it definitely looks pretty cool.
Indeed.
See how it plays out.
Looks pretty interesting. The graphics look pretty good. I mean, it's not like it's a hard game to do, at least not in the scene we were watching. It was all nighttime on top of a skyscraper. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, it looks pretty cool. Interesting concept. It's a new IP. It's not like something that's been done a million times over.
Exactly.
Let's see. Next one is probably one of the ones that I was like, holy shit, whenever the name of it came up on the screen. I was like, oh, snap. Because I didn't know what it was, honestly, the entire time I was watching it. It looked really cool. I didn't know it was going to be Resident Evil, though. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. You can play the demo now, it says. So I don't know where. Oh, PS4. PlayStation Plus people can play the demo that they showed on the PS4. January 24th, 2017 is the scheduled release date, and the full game on PlayStation VR. So you'll be able to play the entire game, or the game in its entirety, on their virtual reality, their PSVR that they got coming out. So then, of course, they went right into talking about PSVR. Mm-hmm. So October 13th is when it's supposed to be releasing for 400 big ones. Which actually isn't that expensive. That's actually pretty decent.
Not bad at all. Setting Oculus
is 800 and Vive's 800. Or Oculus is 600 and Vive. No, it's 500?
They're expensive compared to this, so.
Yeah. So 50 games by the end of 2016 is what they say. They mentioned Farpoint, Star Wars Battlefront, X-Wing something. I didn't catch the very end of that one. Batman Arkham VR will be October 2016. Final Fantasy 15 in VR will be September 30th. And then they showed Call of Duty trailer, which they kind of didn't say.
It didn't say VR, but
it didn't say
like
VR, but it was tied
VR
down with it. Yeah, it was really weird, and it looked VR-ish, like the way that he was moving his head around.
Yeah, it was a first-person. They showed like first-person gameplay in like the story mode or something. I don't know.
The campaign and stuff. But we didn't know what it was though. We were like, man, this looks really good, and it looks like really action-packed. And I was like, oh my god, what is this? And it showed Call of Duty, and I felt like punching myself in the face, but. It actually looked kind of good. I have to admit.
They actually might have spent more than 3 minutes on the single-player campaign.
Yeah. It actually looked decent. The gunplay looked good. The reloading animations and all that kind of stuff looked good. Everything about it looked like it was pretty top-notch. So that's like probably the first time I've watched a Call of Duty thing and was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Which is weird because it got like horrible... dislikes and downvotes and crap like that whenever the reveal trailer came out for it. So it's weird that everybody would hate it so much when it actually looked as good as it did. But I don't know.
That's because for a multiplayer game, it looked like I still think that type of gameplay is shit. But
yeah,
like I never really liked Halo gameplay. Like multiplayer.
Yeah, I don't really care for all that fast-paced stuff like Quake and Unreal and all that stuff and Doom.
Yeah,
I'm not into that fast-paced shoot somebody with a rocket 7 million times and it kills you with an AR, or not an AR, but like an assault rifle or something. It's kind of annoying, but
stabs you when it takes 30 bullets to shoot them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I guess that's kind of like Counter-Strike.
Like the single player, it's okay.
You can kill somebody with one stab in Counter-Strike, but you got to be sneaky about it. You can't just run up to them and punch them in the face and kill them, but I get what you're saying.
It's a backstab.
Then they announced, but yeah, the VR games look like they're running really freaking good though on the PlayStation. So I'm actually quite.
It makes me wonder how.
Which is kind of that's kind of weird because how does it have enough power to do that? But yet Xbox has to release a whole new console for.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about. So
I don't understand how they did that. So it'll be really interesting to see, but. Maybe it was that one core that they unlocked.
Oh, snap.
It didn't help anything.
But it is 8 core in the new, what is that thing called?
Scorpio.
Scorpio's 8 cores. Or was it 7th core?
8 core. 8 core CPU.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
They unlocked the 7th or unlocked the 8th?
I think they unlocked the 7th.
Yeah.
Because there's 8, I think there's 8 cores, but they were only using 6, and they unlocked the 7th because 1 core was always saved for like the system to be running.
Yeah, it used to be 2, now it's 1.
Yeah. Let's see. So Crash Bandicoot, they're rebooting that. So I think they're bringing back like the old ones, but they're going to be rejuvenated. Oops, I hit my mic. They're going to be rejuvenated and looked better and remastered and all that kind of. That's the word I meant to use. Not rejuvenated. Not fucking old person's skin. But,
all right, let's think about this for a second.
Okay, as long as it's a second, because we're at 3 hours and 9 minutes.
I know. I'm just thinking VR stuff. A smartphone like chip, right? I wonder how much that costs and how well it can perform. Because if you can use 2 of them, like on a Oculus device or a VR device, and have 2 chips, 1 for each eye, I wonder how much that would cost and how it'd play.
I don't know.
That'd be kind of cool.
I think it would be okay because I mean the Galaxy and all that stuff, whatever runs good.
Yeah, I was thinking of like the Galaxy VR, but if you have 2 like cost,
right, SoCs or whatever
socks, yeah, to run it, and I wonder. So then you just have to like. That's what I'm thinking, like the PlayStation and VR thing. If it's like the GPUs are in the device, or there's an extra GPU somehow, because obviously the PlayStation doesn't have enough power to run.
I don't know. That's what I'm wondering. I'm like, well, I was watching the footage and everything. I'm like, how do they get this thing to run VR so well? Whenever like a 980 Ti is like playing like tech demos, kind of like shitty. I don't understand how that's working. So either they're like masterminds at freaking coding, or they're fucking lying.
Yeah, we're probably lying, but
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see how it is.
So then they
said
oh, okay.
October 13th.
Yep.
Pretty soon.
Yeah, that's not far away.
Yeah.
Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens. So it's gonna be basically following the stuff that events that happen in the movie with some, of course, added flavor in it. Because I love the Lego games though; they're really good at telling stories and making some comedy in there as well. But you can download the demo now. I'm guessing on PS4 only. And full adventure will be in 2 weeks. So I guess in like 2 weeks it'll be launching. I don't know if that means it's next week or 2 weeks.
It's launching in 2 weeks, so I guess in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, I mean, it's just weird that they have like
no.
a demo available now, but it's launching in 2 weeks. It's like, why even release a demo? And the whole game's coming out in 2 weeks.
Check it out and like it, and then want to buy it. Same reason we played the demo of The Division and wanted to buy it.
That wasn't a demo. That was a beta test.
Same thing.
Not if it's coming out in 2 weeks. It better not be a beta.
Well, it was
It better be a final fucking version.
All right. When was the beta of The Division? A month before The Division came out. It was a demo.
True. It was more of a
just
beta.
Basically testing their servers. Yeah. It was a demo, though.
Yeah. So then they had a really big announcement for really big Sony fans and everything. Hideo Kojima is back.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. Because I'm pretty sure they had some really big differences in opinion, because he wanted more the full control of his games like he's always had, and Sony was like, well, we don't really like that idea, and so he was like, well, I'm going to quit, and they're like, well, not if we fire you first. So they fired him first before he had the chance to quit. So he went his merry little way, and they're like, we just realized that all of our fans and consumers hate us now, so please come back. Mm-hmm. So he came back, and he is coming out with a game called Death Stranding, which has Norman Reedus in it, and he's butt-ass naked.
Really weird.
Had a weird C-section or something, and a baby come out of his stomach hooked up to some kind of umbilical cord. I don't know. Kristen and I looked at each other like, what the fuck are we watching? like, this is some freaky shit. So
it's interesting though. The 4 or 5 flying people in the air.
Yeah.
It's
like I'm guessing that maybe you're like in some kind of like, I don't want to necessarily say like an incubation type thing, but like they're like your overlords kind of thing, and you're like on some weird planet, and you're just, I don't know, weird.
Then it was like,
dead
what's all
fish
the
everywhere?
Stuff?
There's like dead manatees.
It was like oily, like
and
it was
whales,
like a whale spill or something. I don't know. It was really weird.
Just a weird freaking thing. I don't know. It's really interesting. But yeah, Norman Reedus is in it, so he's the main character and all that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, there it is. He's like wakes up with an umbilical cord attached, like a carbon fiber umbilical cord or a rubber one. It's not even like flesh. Mm-hmm. And he's like on the beach, and then he's like sitting there, and it showed like these weird little black handprints moving down his legs and onto the ground, and I'm like, what the fuck am I watching right now? This is like the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really interesting. Let's see. I'll play this really fast.
It was only a few minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah, like 2 minutes. I go full screen with this bitch.
Might as well.
Really kill my internet. 48 KBs, yo. It's like so stuttery. All these dead crabs everywhere.
Yeah, but all like
everything's dead.
Yeah, it looked like an oil spill to me, and then the black handprints and stuff. That's what it seemed like.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice the handprints were filling up with oil.
Yeah, and then when on his body and stuff, and then all the dead stuff. That's what I mean. It seems like an oil spill, but it's like it has to be something with like nature and stuff. But I don't know. And then the handcuffs. Yeah, it's so weird.
But yeah, there's like a little baby there. And like the handprints are like circling around him and stuff, and he has like handprints all over his body.
Yeah, it makes no sense. I'm sure it does, like once you play it, but
then he like stands up and he's like cut in his stomach, so it's like, was he pregnant? I don't know what's going on. There's so many emotions. So confused. Yeah, it's just this thing, but Hideo Kojima is really fucking weird. Yeah, okay, that's what happens. The baby dies or disappears, and then it shows it crawling down his thigh.
Mm-hmm.
and then it shows it just crawling away, but it's invisible. Crawls over all the dead fish, and he's got a C-section or something.
Still, like, I don't know. It's really weird.
I like the song though. I gotta find the name of this song and download it. But it's I don't get it.
Yeah.
Now there's 5 floating dudes, a bunch of dead whales and dead fish. It looks like it's cold. It looks like ice out there. I'll Keep Coming by Low Roar. Sweet. I'll have to go download that. They like kind of spread out a little bit and then they like
I think
disappear.
they come close.
No, they go away.
No, I don't know. Yeah. Really weird.
I mean, I literally like I just kind of turned my head and looked at her, and she looked at me, and we both were kind of like, "What the hell did we just watch?"
Yeah. I mean, it could be really cool.
I'm sure it's going to be pretty awesome. I mean, he knows what
Sure.
he's doing. He's
Yeah.
a really good storyteller.
Sign on.
Like, I would really love to see him do a movie, like direct an actual movie.
That's what it kind of seems like. It'd be like,
Well, that's
movie
pretty much how
playing it.
Metal Gear became as
Yeah.
more of a movie.
which is, I mean, that's why I'm interested in it, but we'll see.
All right, so the last one was a Spider-Man game that was revealed.
Yeah.
If you're into Spider-Man, you can look that one up, but I don't really.
It looked kind of
Not
cool.
to be- I mean, it looked cool,
Gameplay and the
It's not something I'd buy, though.
stuff.
So
I don't know. It might be interesting to play. So, but yeah,
maybe for $5 or $10.
yeah. I mean,
I wouldn't
same
pay
thing.
$60
Batman.
to play a Spider-Man.
I only
But
bought $5 Batman games that I have.
I'm gonna go ahead and open up some of these 3 articles that I did actually have, like actual legitimate tech articles, really fast. One.
Did you have like an FCC one?
No, I didn't have one about the FCC.
Oh,
I did hear about
yeah.
it.
Yeah, FCC or the courts upheld FCC's net neutrality, which is good.
Yep.
That was a big thing. And what else do you have? Microsoft.
Yeah,
did.
Microsoft buying LinkedIn for $26.2 billion in cash. So the big thing that they were saying that they figured the big push for this was for them buying it and everything was like pretty much strictly for Cortana.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're saying that you can be
More
like,
data.
more data,
More data
um,
for your global takeover.
Skynet, yo.
No, Microsoft Skynet. This is just Skynet's competitor.
Indeed. The other one was the RX 470 and 460 were announced and they launched June 29th.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
I thought we covered that last.
No, that was the 480 only. This is the 460 and 470.
Oh, okay. That's what it is.
The lower tier.
Yeah.
So they're all going to go on sale, I guess, on June 29th.
Oh, I did see something about a 460M, like the benchmarks, like the mobile platform
Yeah.
version. It performs like really well, and it uses like 30 watts. I was like, what? That was crazy.
That is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But it says the 480 is positioned as the most affordable premium VR and 1440p gaming graphics card. On the other hand, AMD is targeting what it calls high definition gaming with the 470. What that basically means is 60 FPS at 1080p. And the Radeon RX 460, which is the smallest member of the Polaris family, what we've seen yet, we're told is geared towards MOBAs such as League of Legends and Dota and all that kind of stuff. So
Super easy.
super easy games that
Yes.
aren't too difficult. But yeah,
That
the
everyone can
460 has a TDP of 75 watts.
Yeah, but no, it was like leaked benchmarks, and they had the 480M. It was better than the, I think the 860M.
I swear, every picture of this freaking lady, she's always holding up freaking graphics card picture.
Yep. Indeed.
It's like she's like stuck that way, and they just stick graphics cards in her hands, and she just smiles.
Yeah.
Picture. It's
I think it was her that came out on the PC gaming show last year.
Yeah,
I think it was.
Yeah, I think that's what this was, too.
Fury or
this was the very end of the PC gaming show.
part that was cut off.
Yep. because I remember this red part back here. And then the last one that I had was competition for Oculus and Vive.
Mm-hmm.
So Razer's new open source VR headset mirrors the Oculus Rift, but costs $200 less. So it's gonna be around $400.
Sony VR.
Yeah.
Does
So
that
they're
make
calling it
a
the
Sony
OSVR project, the open source virtual reality. So up until now, I've regarded blah 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 the hacker development kit, HDK. Okay.
Pretty interesting. Does it say like the specs of the display or
I'm
anything?
trying to see. Under the
I don't even know the
hood,
specs of the display of the Oculus or the Vive, anyways. So
I think the Vive is two 1440p's.
really, wow.
I think. I could be wrong though. Under the hood, the HDK2 packs dual displays at an overall resolution of 2160 by 1200, though. Low persistence OLED screens with 90 hertz refresh rate, and a minimum spec graphics card recommendation of a 970 or an AMD R929.
It's pretty low res.
Yeah. But it is cheaper.
Yeah. Wonder how it'll look low res with that close to your face.
It says Razer's HDK2 is, at least on paper, a direct Oculus Rift competitor and $200 cheaper. So I guess the Oculus is that low of res too then.
I'm gonna look. Oculus Rift resolution. Yep, same res. Oh, the Vive is too.
2160 by 1200?
Yep. 90 hertz refresh.
Sweet. But yeah, that's it.
OLED display. Does it say what display that is? OLED or
it's OLED.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's probably the same
Samsung displays.
Yep. Everybody's buying them. Putting them in their
Well,
shit.
I mean, if that's $400, then Sony can definitely make their headset for $400. It's just not going to perform with the
Hardware, yeah.
The PS4 hardware.
But yep, that is it. Finally, we are done.
Yeah, it's a nice short show.
Yeah, I just wanted to add those last couple articles because I found those while I was just chilling on the couch, flipping through my Twitter feed or whatever. I found them and I was like, oh shit, I'll add these.
Good.
But
That's
yeah, man, that was a lot of
content.
freaking note taking on that thing, man.
Definitely. Yep.
Can't imagine those people that go there with their laptops and stuff and like actually like live tweet like everything that comes out. Like, oh my god, it does this. Oh my god, it does that, and like almost like a live feed on Twitter. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That'd be
Definitely
rough.
have to be, up on your game. But that's what you're paid for. So.
Yeah. So definitely a long one tonight. 3 hours and 20 minutes. Longest show yet, but a lot of stuff to cover. And like I said, there's very, very few things that I'm actually looking forward to, because most of it for PC anyway seems like it's freaking UWP. So
yeah,
I'm very hesitant.
Oh, I don't know, man.
That, so
makes me want to buy a PlayStation.
I know, man. I was really thinking about it. I don't know. Maybe my little bonus in September, I'll buy one.
No. We'll see. We'll see how
I don't know. It'll give Cameron some more stuff to play. So
yeah,
his computer, I swear, it's like every game that comes out now is either horribly coded or the 680 and the Sandy Bridge just can't keep up anymore.
I don't know. That's really weird.
Either that, or I just need to wipe his whole computer and redo it.
Yeah, check the overclock. Make sure.
I know the overclock is not. It's not overclocked. I know it's not over.
Well, overclock it.
That ain't gonna freaking make that huge of a difference, though.
Not that huge of a difference, but it'll help. But
I'm talking about like a lot of the games that he plays and stuff or whatever. I gotta like turn like the settings like way down before it's even like respectable frame rates. It's really weird. It's like I don't understand that. There's tons of people that are still playing on like 500 series cards with no problem, so it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So
I know his 1 terabyte hard drive only has like 200 gigs left.
Well, that's probably because he installs every single game.
Yeah, he has a lot of games on or installed, and I uninstall some of them. But then he's like, "Oh, I might want to play that later," and I'm like, "No, you're not."
It's not like that slows down the computer, though.
No, but man, I'm telling you, dude, going back to like a standard hard drive and not an SSD. If you we said this before. If you're looking for a good computer upgrade, like and on the cheap, buy a simple 120 or 250 gigabyte freaking SSD for like your OS drive, and holy shit, what a difference it makes from just starting it up and just like navigating around and just doing like normal things. It is so much faster than using like a single hard disk drive.
Yep.
Oh god, it's so brutal. Waiting for it to load up and everything else. It's like, oh my god, I'm dying.
Is he on Windows 10?
Yeah. Everybody is in the house. Kristen on her little Surface.
And you have the Redstone version.
Redstone versions on my 2-in-1 because I'm still on the evaluation copies, so they're sending me all the updates. I have it set to where it like updates to the latest one, like, so it's a lot of updates.
It updates right in the middle of taking notes.
Yeah.
And then you tweet about it.
Well, I have it set to where I want as many updates as I want as they can give me, but I have it set to where it doesn't automatically update, but it still does.
Mm-hmm.
So. Oh my god, it's 12:30.
I know.
I'm fucking hungry. I'm gonna go eat something. All right, yo. Well, it was a good show. Again, this is Techtopia TV, a week in technology. We took some notes and
that is our E3 coverage for this week.
My teleprompter back. Video just went live yesterday.
Sweet. Indeed.
Worked so good, man. It looks good, and it's like so freaking rigid. It's ridiculous. Like, I swear I could sit on that freaking thing and it wouldn't even break.
Nice.
So
use your old tripod for it.
Yep.
Or something. Yeah, I haven't watched the video yet.
Yeah, I put it on the old tripod, and then I put my new tripod behind it because the old tripod is like just for taking photo. So like,
yeah, it's solid tripod. Yeah,
it's got like the little extender piece, so you can sit there and crank it to raise it up a little bit more. If you don't want to extend the legs fully out, you can get that perfect height. And so yeah, I could just crank that thing up to where I need it to, and I could just slide my new tripod and camera, and then just slide it forward until the lens pokes through the hole, and done.
Easy peasy.
Actually worked out really well, so I'm happy with it. Spent more money on it than I really wanted to. It's supposed to be like a $35-$40 thing, but prices on everything have gone up a lot in 5 years, apparently.
Yeah.
Like plywood, he's like, oh, I got a 2x2 sheet of plywood or whatever, and it was like $3, and I paid like fucking $14 or something for it, or no, $7.50. Birchwood.
Well, yeah, you just gotta get cheapo plywood, I guess.
He used birch, so I was just trying to use everything he used, so that way I didn't run into anything and be like, oh, it's because you bought the cheapo wood, and I'm like, oh, and cry about it. So I was like, don't cheap out on this shit, just do it right.
Indeed.
So it worked out though. It was fun. Actually used my workbench as an actual workbench instead of just storing a bunch of crap on it, so it was nice. All right, everybody. Again, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, YouTube, and Instagram. I still need to put the damn Instagram thing up there.
Yes, take off Google+.
Yeah, take off the Google+ one and put Instagram up there.
Little pink icon or whatever it is now.
Crazy thing.
I don't like the new icon. I like the old one better.
Agreed. So, but we'll see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Wednesday, 9 p.m. EST, Eastern Standard Time. So, peace out, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Peace.